Okay, I think I'm finally ready to be live. Just had a bunch of issues I had to sort out. Game should pop up now. Okay. Starting the timer now. Hello everybody. I am now live on TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch. And now, and continue on. I have to do Congress work later. Oh yeah, I forgot. I ended a stream after like 7 hours because I had to work later. Oh, stressed out. My little goober is all stressed out. I think I talked to everyone already. So I can just like... No, that's not right. I need to go rest. Where's the rest area? Over here, I think? No, that's geoponics. The literal opposite. Oh, hey, Dad! You overhear your dad talking to one of the other cultivators. He seems to be upset about something to do with the new governor and people from the heliopause. When the other woman leaves, you have a chance to ask some of the burning questions you've had. The music's too loud. Oops, I don't have the stream chat up. I should fix that. My other stream chat. I need to reset it. Okay, it should work now. Or not. Or it just doesn't work. Doesn't need to work. It's not like, you know, I need to monitor the chat. Did I share the live video? I don't think I did that. Just delete it. Wow, it's really not working. Oh, because the session ID is different. Hold up, sorry. I'm just getting the session ID for the chat. What? No, it's completely the same. Why isn't it working? I might need to just load it in browser. Actually, maybe it is working. And I just don't think it is. No, it is working. My bad. Did that come up twice? I think it did come up twice. The chat message. I think that was me twice. Do I have it 2 times? I gave a little heart to my stream. Little teeny tiny heart. Well, I've sorted that out. It is working. I just panicked for no reason. Okay, now we can actually continue. Some kind of space cop? A cab? Why did the Helios know about Mom? Your dad looks startled and tries to muster a friendly smile. You overheard us, eh, kiddo? Listen, Goober. He hesitates and looks around nervously as if afraid you're being watched. You're just going to have to trust us adults on this one. There are things you're still too young to understand. Okay, I guess. The Helios came here just like us, looking for a better life, he tells you. Some of them had other reasons too, but now that they're here, we have to learn how to work together. When your mother and I were young on Earth, we learned a hard lesson. He gives a grim smile. We learned a lot of hard lessons. One was that it's safer to be led by one dangerous person than be attacked by an army of them. He lets that sink in. Another was that sometimes, when adults tell you not to worry, you should listen to them. Go on, enjoy your youth. He gestures towards the heliopause. Go get to know some of those new kids. I'm sure you'll find they're a lot like you. Before you can say another word, your dad is called back to work. There's still so much to be done to rebuild the farms and geoponics greenhouses, and you can see people from the Helio helping him. Maybe they aren't all that bad. I need to go rest. Is this it? No, this is study. I do not remember. Where is rest? Maybe I just walked past it. This looks like it might be it. Yep. Okay. Relax in the lounge. Sure, I'll forget that. Actually, no, it's good to forget that one instead. The Vertumnalia Festival is a welcome day of normalcy in an otherwise chaotic year. Despite some lingering rivalry between the two factions, Vertumnalia is a chance for the Helios and the Stratus to come together and appreciate the bounty of the planet. At least, that's what the adults say. As Governor Loom takes the stage to address the colony, you can't help but notice the crowd has segregated itself according to their ship of origin. Rex shoots you away from over on the Strato side, and Nomi makes a silly face. Vase is surrounded by other young soldiers, all looking sharp in their heliopause uniforms. With Dai standing beside you, you wonder if the two ships will ever feel like one colony. A fanfare plays over the square's announcement system. Loom's honor guard do a complex drill with their drone rifles. Greetings, people of Vertumna, Loom says, his voice ringing out over the square. We may be far from our beautiful Earth, but we can still celebrate and be thankful for what we have here. We've worked hard to save this beleaguered little colony from the brink of destruction, and should be proud of our work. The Helios cheer. Your side of the square is more quiet. I know some of you have been asking, Loom, how are you going to do it all by yourself? How are you going to run the colony, solve everyone's problems, turn this planet into a paradise, and look this good? Loom strikes a pose to a smattering of polite applause. Well, I have the answer for you, he continues. The old council made a lot of bad choices, like illegally leaving Earth, but I believe in second chances. So, I've appointed the original department heads to my own council. Loom's Council 2.0. Better not disappoint me. He laughs and makes finger guns at the department heads at the foot of his podium. Stay on your toes, Stratus. I also want to promise everyone here today that we're going to make Vertumna safe for humans, Loom says. The next time those bastard Xenos attack, we're gonna blow them to so many little pieces, there won't be enough left to wipe off our boots. We've already got the defenses, he says, gesturing broadly to the new, taller, thicker walls. And we're building homes for everyone. Homes where people can raise children again, knowing that our military men and women are keeping us safe. Big cheers from both sides this time. Some of the colonists around you even have tears in their eyes, especially those who lost family in the last attack. Lim goes on for a while, lionizing the heliopod's military strength and casting subtle digs at your failed colony experiment. Finally, the crowd disperses to set up the square for the afternoon festivities. Some traditional, some new. At the tables, Auntie Sedent and the kids are setting out the spread for dinner. There's an unimaginable amount of food thanks to the heliopod's huge ration surplus, and the piles upon piles of xeno meat from the hunting parties for those who can stomach it. Anne is all smiles, clearly making an effort to move on as Lim mandated, despite still mourning her lost son Combe. But not even the festive atmosphere can force a smile onto Anemone's face. I miss my mom. Cal hauls a massive tureen of stew onto the table. Yeah, me too, he adds quietly. She should have been here to see this. I think she'd be really proud of how hard we worked in geoponics. The chime seems to announce that the square is set up for the annual competitions. What? Damn. I don't have enough for any of this. I'm ditching the event. Hello, Naomi. The first time tuning in. I see. Thank you for coming by. Welcome to the stream. Currently playing I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. A lot of things have happened. And currently trying to get with my best friend, Dice. 5+ for Valiant, 2+ friendship. You've heard good things about this game. I recommend buying it. It is a very good game. I have a Humble Bundle, Humble Bundle, affiliate link if you want to use that to buy it. But otherwise, it's really good. I want to get it, but I have such a big backlog. I have a ton of games that I'm slowly trying to get through. So I am also not to buy any more new ones. Unless I really want it. Like the new Ace Attorney Remastered Collection. I really want that. So I'm definitely going to try and buy that a little after it's released. You head off to the wall where you find Dice. Oh, it's you, he says. The slightly cooler breeze coming from the forest just gently tussles his hair. Tousles his hair. What do you want? I came to find you. You try to say it suggestively, but you aren't sure he understands. Oh, Dice mumbles. He picks at a loose thread on his sleeve, worrying a hole near the cuff for his thumb. That's cool, I guess. It's like when someone says I love you and then you reply, thanks, I appreciate that. By mutual silent agreement, you and Dice stake out places on the wall a comfortable distance apart. Peaceful. This place sucks now, Dice says after a few minutes of silence. I can't believe we got taken over by a bunch of stupid soldiers and everyone's down there, playing nice with them and pretending like they're going to help us. It looks out towards the wilderness. What's out there is bigger than their guns. I know it. After the festivities, the mood in the colony is a lot lighter. You see people smiling easier, and often see mixed groups of Helios and Stratus socializing together. It feels like the first time people have actually let themselves relax. Okay, what are we gonna do? We're going to talk to everyone and then we're gonna get to work. Rex hasn't gotten used to life on the surface yet. You remember your first year. Vertumna seems so enormous, so full of dangers and mysteries. Well, it still does, but the shock eventually wore off. Rex still has that slightly bewildered look on his face every time he walks outside and the sunlight hits his face. It's so bright and warm. Hugs incoming! Rex throws his arms wide. Coach, I'm open! You gotta hug the dude with the dog ears. You just gotta. Hey, Dad. Your dad is hard at work rebuilding the greenhouses. There's a lot of replanting to do, as well as setting up the hydroponics from the new ship. It's almost like how it was the first year after you landed. You spot Cal sitting in the dirt, picking sullenly at the grass. He's weaving it together into a bracelet. Sometimes it helps if I'm doing something with my hands, he says quietly. If I start to feel scared or upset, I just take a deep breath and try to reconnect with the planet. Okay. Who else am I gonna talk to, huh? Over here, this dude. Vase is standing by the downed heliopause, hands on his hips as he surveys the colony. Damn, he says, smirking. You all used to live like this? It's a good thing we're here now. Anemone is kicking a sports ball around listlessly. After a while, she picks it up and just stares off into the distance at the colony walls. I wonder who will teach Professor Hal's classes now. Tang muses, tapping her finger against her chin. Age is certainly no indicator of ability. Perhaps I may be called upon to share what I know. She tilts her head as if a thought has just come to her. Of course, it is such a shame he's gone. She's like, oh wait, shoot, I gotta like act like I'm sad, or at least tell people that I am sad that he's gone. Otherwise it just looks like she's vying for a position of a man who recently departed. Nomi is running around, making pew-pew noises at things like they're shooting imaginary lasers, which is fitting because that's exactly what they're doing. Hey, goober! They say when they notice you watching. Do you want to play laser fable? It's so fun! Oh wait, up here. What do you think about the new kids? Mars asks. Most of them are very, soldier-y, and I suppose it's okay, if you like that sort of thing. Rex is a total hottie, though, and from what I hear, She makes a significant expression with her eyebrows, conveying something. Well, she continues, I just think I have a chance with him. Okay, let's head off. That's not the right way. It's this way. Hey, best friend. You head out of the colony hoping to find Dice, and you do, as well as Rhett and Utopia, who have teamed up to talk to Dice about something that has him scowling deeply. It was different before the attacks, you hear Utopia say, but we're older now, and when you're on an expedition, you can get into a lot more danger than you are when you're just a little kid going on walkabout. When you're out there on my team, I'm counting on you to do as you're told, and to be where you said you'd be. She gestures beseechingly. What am I gonna do if something happens to you out there, kid? What if you disappear one day and you're hurt, and no one knows where to find you? What if... I'll be fine, Dice cuts her off. I can take care of myself, and if I can't, that's on me. That's not how it works here, Rhett says, his voice stern. You're not just putting yourself in danger out there, you're putting the whole colony in danger. I know you're a bit of a loner, son, but you have family here. All of us. We're all your family. We're going to send people out to find you. And what if they get into the same trouble you did? He continues. We're counting on you to follow directions out there to keep everyone safe, not just yourself. What if I don't want to be found? Dice explodes, waving his arms. What if I want to be left the hell alone? Rhett and Utopia are stunned by Dice's outburst. Rhett opens his mouth to respond, but Dice talks over him. If I don't come back, just leave me out there, he spits. If this planet wants me dead, maybe I deserve it. Huh? Don't you ever think about that? Maybe I deserve to die out there. Maybe we all do. With that, Dice stomps away. Rhett and Utopia look stunned. You follow Dice around the outer walls of the colony to where he's angrily pulling things out of the drain pipe, hiding a hole he's long since outgrown. Stupid humans, he grumbles, stuffing what looks like a bedroll into a carrying bag.
I never think of anything except... Oh, he continues, trailing off when he sees you. What do you want? Are you okay? I'm great, Dice mutters. Just awesome, actually. Yeah, thanks for asking.
You watch him pull things from his hideaway and throw them into 2 piles.
Screw this colony, he says. I didn't ask to be a part of it. I don't need it. I don't need anyone. I'd be better off living in the woods like an animal. At least that's real.
He reaches in far and pulls out a busted-up looking mechanical device. His old alien communicator he made using gear he stole from the command.
Jeez, he laughs. Guess I don't need this anymore.
Take me with you. Dice takes a second to consider this before your meeting sets in.
What? Why?
He replies, baffled.
Come on, Goober. You have a whole life, like, here. A future. You have friends. People who love you. Don't throw it all away just to be with me. I'm not worth it.
His face softens.
Look, maybe want some setup, okay? I'll send you a message, if you really mean it.
Dice finishes packing up the stuff he's going to keep, which barely amounts to a full backpack. He straps it onto his back and nods at you, determined.
Did I ever tell you my full name?
He asks seemingly randomly. No, you didn't. Dice smiles a little at that, just with the corners of his mouth as he huffs a self-deprecating laugh.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have. It sucks, honestly. It's dysthymia.
Oh, his name is Dis. My bad. His name has been Dis the whole time. What does it mean? Dis takes a breath and lets it all out, his shoulders slumping.
It means being sad. What a joke, right? Who names their kid that?
He shakes his head.
Aunt Anne always talks about how babies make everyone happier. Was my mom sad before she had me and Tang? Or did having us make her sad?
His smile twists.
Was it me? Was I the reason?
Dis scuffs his boot in the dirt.
Whatever, he mumbles. No one's cared about me. Basically ever. Since before I was born. My own mom didn't love me. The like one person who you think could.
He looks up at the sky and blinks rapidly.
Whatever, he repeats. I'm out of here. Thanks for everything, Goober. You're the only good thing about this shithole. Gonna miss you.
Give him a hug. You throw your arms around Dis, who grunts and pats your back awkwardly. He doesn't relax until you finally relent and let him go. You watch him disappear between the fungal trees. Within minutes, he's out of sight. You're getting ready for bed later that day when you receive a colony-wide announcement through your holopalm. It reads as follows. Colony notice.
Reminder that there are to be no unauthorized trips outside the walls without prior authorization from Expeditions Command. Anyone caught in violation of this rule will be punished. This includes going for a walk. It is dangerous outside the walls and is only to be done by trained and armed personnel. Thank you, Command.
How about that? You send Dis a message. Question marks. This message is back immediately with just a picture of a knife. You're guessing he didn't get very far. He's back. Rip. It takes a long time to find Dis today. When you do, he's hiding in the bed of one of the transports used by Expeditions.
Don't make me go home,
he says, pulling the dust tarp down over himself.
It's so crowded. Can't hear myself think.
I need bravery 40. Shit. Is my bravery at? It's at 31. Okay, I need to go talk to everyone. Unless the day hasn't passed. Nope. Hal is catching a nap sprawled across a pallet of bags of fertilizer. Someone's covered him up with a scratchy burlap blanket. You're about to leave him alone, but he blinks awake and yawns at you.
Hey, Goober, he says, rubbing his eyes. Sorry, just catching some shut-eye. It's all hands on deck getting geoponics up and running again. Do you need me for something?
Your dad is deep in conversation with some official-looking people from the new ship. You arrive in time to hear him say,
They're not aliens. They're livestock. I should know. I shovel enough of their...
He sees you and brightens.
Excuse me, fellas. My kid's here. We'll have to continue this later.
He throws his arm around your shoulders and walks you away.
Thanks, kiddo. You showed up just in time.
I have excellent timing, apparently. Mars claps in delight as you approach. Goober, she calls out. Today, I had a conversation with someone I haven't known literally since the day I was born. It was incredible. I've read that before. I remember. Let's give him another hug. Nope, she just wants to play Laser Fable again. Tang? Tang almost doesn't notice you approach. She's staring into the distance, almost as if she's gone into sleep mode with her eyes open. She blinks out of her daze when she hears your footsteps. Oh, goober, she says. It's only you. What do you need? I don't know. You're dissociating. I think I'll walk away. You and Anemone watch a unit of Helio soldiers jog by with Vase and leave. Do you see that guy? She says when they're out of earshot. He's kind of hot, right? Hey, Vase. I don't expect you to know this, but I'm kind of a big deal. Oh, he's already bragged to me before. Okay, let's go, explore. Where is it again? How do I explore it? Over here. Survey the ridge. Excellent. You're walking along a ridge line when your foot knocks some rocks on the slope. You anticipate the familiar clatter as they plunge down into the chasm, but realize it's silent. Just the wind. You peer down the slope. Nothing's falling? Wait! The rocks you just left with your foot are just floating! You take a step forward and realize you feel lighter too, like you've taken off your mountaineering gear. You take another step forward. It's a struggle to keep your foot on the ground. With one more step forward, you realize it's possible to take both feet off the ground. You're floating! You nudge your foot and let the momentum float you forward a few feet, feeling more untethered by gravity the farther forward you go. The ridge line is narrow, with a steep drop on either side. There's no way around this strange anti-gravity field, and if you fall out of it, you might plummet into the chasm. Eerie music? Yeah, the music's pretty good. Onward! Bravery challenge! Goal is 86? Oh shit. Okay. Next round. I'm not gonna make it. Damn, I don't even have any collectibles. Fuck. Push through, 95 stress. Yeah, it's worth it, I think. Didn't know there's a card game kind of thing in this game. I didn't know either until I started playing. You float forward, allowing yourself to rise higher and higher until you're able to swim and tumble through the air with ease. Woo! Wow, you're totally weightless. You float over a shiny, lumpy rock, jutting up from the spine of the ridge. As you pass over it, you feel gravity gently begin to embrace you again, pulling you back down. Your feet touch the ground again on the other side and your legs immediately give out. What a rush! You mark the location on your map for other surveyors. Oh shit, I'm gonna have to go back soon. You've been saved a few times from certain doom, or at least discomfort, and it can't have been a coincidence. Something, or someone, has taken an interest in you. You're being followed. You're beginning to get a feel for this place and its dangers, so the next time you hear the mournful hoot of a passing air squid, you head towards it instead of away, keeping an eye out for anyone watching you from the cliffs. There! Just as you think you're going to have to grab its tentacles and fly it like a kite to get your savior to show up, you see a shadowy humanoid figure appear over a nearby ridge. You make eye contact and both freeze. His almond-shaped eyes widen in his not quite human face, and he slips out of sight again. Track him carefully. Rather than rush after him, you use your tracking skills to carefully follow his path to sneak up on him. You pounce like a manicore, and the two of you tumble to the ground. You pin his arms. Whoa! Who the fuck is this? Woof! You get a good look at his face for the first time. The long, delicate features, the odd tone of his skin, almost purple, and his glittering alien eyes. Before he can answer your questions, you jump off him and back away. What is he? He's totally gender is what he is. He brushes the dirt from his clothes and stands up tall. Very tall. You have to take another step back to get a good look at him. You catch a glimpse of a pale purple wrist under his tattered black sleeves. Delicate, like bird bones. I am a gardener, he purrs, and you're trespassing on my planet. Big agree? Yeah! Now that you can see all of him, you confirm he's definitely not human. Besides the purple tint to his skin, he's also just constructed differently. Human, but not. And taken as a whole, those little discrepancies add up to something that is decidedly alien. I mean, you're the alien in this case. This is probably his planet, maybe? Or maybe he is an alien from a different planet, too, and you're both aliens. He laughs, a light and infectious chuckle that sounds more animal than human. It goes on for a bit too long. You think he might be poking fun at you. Actually, you're the alien here, if you think about it. You do think about it. He's right. It is his planet. He jumps up onto a large rock and crouches, eyeing you thoughtfully. Let's make a deal, he says. He speaks with an odd inflection, putting the wrong stress on things. The words themselves come easily enough to him. I'm not supposed to talk to you, he says. It's against the rules, but since you caught me, I can grant you one wish. He smiles mischievously. Is this a joke? I wish to know more about you. He gives you a sly look. In time, goober. I hope we... He pauses and his eyes unfocus for a moment. He stares straight ahead, unblinking. Then he slowly stretches like a cat and stands up. Well, this has been fun, but I'm afraid duty calls. He doffs an invisible hat towards you. My name is Symbiosis, by the way, or Theme if you like. He jumps behind the rock and disappears. Literally, he disappeared. You search all around and find no trace of where he might have gone or how. Stars, you just met an alien! Oh, this is gonna be so fucking pissed he didn't see the alien? He's been trying to alien hunt from the beginning. You pass a group of soldiers from the heliopods leaving the garden. One of them eyes you with disdain, but the rest ignore you. Inside, Cal is howling as he rakes up a planting bed. His expression softens but wait, I didn't react to the fact that he knew Goober's name. That's wild. Hey Goober, he says. Did you see those jerks? They're always sniffing around here trying to start a fight with me. I think their leader's that mouthy kid Face. He leans one arm in his rake. Whatever. Joke's on them. I ain't gonna play their little soldier games. Yeah! Man, I need more animals. My stress is at 100 out of 100, so I can't. Can you believe Buttercup? Mara sneers, tapping away at her hollow palm. She's a washed-up old bureaucrat who has no idea how to lead us in a crisis. She's totally given up. She's just stepped down so someone else can actually get things done. Rex surveys the reconstruction efforts with a thoughtful look on his face, which melts away when he sees you and smiles. Hey, Goober, he says. I'm thinking we should put a pool over there. Oh, how about a dance floor with giant booming speakers and blinking lights and a disco ball? That sounds fun. Not for me, though, because I don't like things that are that loud, including brightness, but, you know. Anemone fiddled with her personal defense blast cutter. Never thought I'd actually be using one of these, she says quietly. Guess we all gotta be ready to defend ourselves now.
No food, no weapons, no defenses. No wonder you were almost destroyed. I don't know what I expected, but I figured it would have been better than this.
And this? Hi. You and Dis are sitting on the tailgate of one of the expedition's vehicles, shelling bobber seeds with your teeth and spitting the hard bits on the ground. Now and then, one of you points out something funny a passing surveyor does, or spots something under the mush trays. This is the easiest way to talk to Dis, by not talking at all. Dis has always been like this. Being isolated from the other kids has made him thoughtful. Out of everyone, you think Dis might understand about Sim, and be able to keep the secret. Do you tell him? Hell yeah! You tell Dis that you saw something interesting when you were out on expedition. Dis perks up immediately, turning to look at you. Yeah? Yes? What? I met an alien, Dis. His jaw drops and his face goes an interesting color. You're worried for a moment that he's going to be upset with you for teasing him, but no way! Dis hisses, leaning in. But I've been an alien too, Goober. What was yours like? Like us, but an alien? You describe Sim, his long dark hair, his big eyes, his faintly purple skin, the way he never seems to answer any of your questions. Dis stares at your face. Wait, you met Sim too? You nod, and Dis's hands fly to his hair. He said he met another human kid, but he didn't say who it was. It was you the whole time. You made me swear I wouldn't tell anyone else, Dis says earnestly. It's a weird expression on him. He said if other humans find out about the gardeners, we'd all be in a lot of danger. So, we can talk about Sim, but we have to keep it a secret. Okay, this will be our secret. Dis nods, looking serious. Good, he said simply, then repeats it. Good. You go back to shelling bobber seeds in silence, watching the colony go about its business. I knew he would be excited about the alien! This is why he's my best friend. Oh, shit, I have to go, rest. And, I guess I'll forget that. That kid is cool? Yeah. He's very cool. It's early wet. Hang frowns as a unit of soldiers from the heliopods jog past her. An entire ship of thick-skulled, warmongering idiots, she sneers. What a relief. Surely all of our problems will simply go away if we fire lasers at them. I agree. Messed up. Who's gonna be outside? This dude. Oh, Anemone's hanging by her. I mean, by him. Oh look, it's Rex's little friend, Faye says, crossing his arms. Go on, impress me then. Why should I care about what you have to say? Hey, Anemone. Anemone is looking over some official-looking documents in her holopalm and dismisses them as you walk up. Hey, Goober, she says. It's really easy to become his friend. Wait, not much friendship points, apparently. I guess it would be too easy. You could just like spam that every single day. Hey, Dad. Okay, he's busy. Me? I got shit to do. I should probably... How do I level up animals? Maybe a hydroponic? Research Xenobotany. No. I was hoping to level up animals. Maybe over here? Nah. I guess I'll just, I should do my due diligence and check this too. Oh, 1+ friendship would die? Okay, I'm gonna hang out on the walls next time. Instead of relaxing in the lounge. Oh! Hey, Nomi. It's so cool you guys have people who aren't boys or girls, too. Nomi says, twisting a long piece of their hair around their finger. Mom and Dad told me that sometimes people on old Earth didn't understand stuff like that. And your ship left Earth before us. Maybe it was even worse then. They gave you a bright smile, but they were worried for nothing. Everyone's so nice here. Aww. That's so awesome. Man, I'm jealous of Nomi.
There's still There's still a big crack in the wall in our quarters, and it leaks really bad.
Dis says, standing under some cover afforded by the scaffolding.
It wasn't a big deal in dust, but now it rains all the time, and he sighs. No one really cares enough to fix it, I guess. It's fine. Everyone's doing more important things.
Oh, Purdue. His life is pain. 10 collectibles remaining. Boss event remaining? Boss events? What is this boss event? I'm interested. Spark snow is driving down, and visibility is poor. You can barely see your hand in front of your face. It's a perception challenge. Goal is 58. Oh. Tricky. Yeah, this is better. Why do I still have this? You keep putting one foot in front of the other, relying on wayfaring and a fair bit of luck to make your way through. But you see something inexplicable. What the heck is that? You squint in the driving snow, but all you see is white on white on white, and the slightest hint of movement. It doesn't even look corporeal, almost like a cloud, like the snow is coming from it. It's impossible to get a closer look. You pull your collar tighter against the storm and move on. 1+ animals. That's exactly what I wanted. Drifts of spark snow make this area hard to pass through. Your feet keep sinking into it, and you have to work to get them free with every step. The only way forward here is through an especially deep area. Take a break and play in it? You make a snow buddy! Or at least, you try. The tiny blue crystals don't pack together very well, and the stuff quickly melts just from the heat of your body. The acidic snow gives you a hot, scratchy rash between your fingers. You probably should have worn gloves. You praise your lumpy snow buddy. It looks a little sad. Maybe it just needs some accessories? With some twigs and grass and a weird kind of jelly you find seeping out of the ground, you give your buddy antlers and fur. It kind of looks like a snow bush bub. Ah! +1 from the extra fingers perk! I forgot about that! It's Sim! You're following an animal path through the underbrush when a change in the ambient noise makes you stop in your tracks and listen. You get the feeling you're not alone. But by now, you're getting used to the feeling of being watched. Wait to see what happens. A tall form steps out casually from behind a rock. Why, hello there! Why, hello again, says Sim, smiling. He bows to you like a courtier, a gesture that looks perfectly elegant on him, but nonetheless carries a deep sense of still being alien. You take the chance to get a good look at him. He's like a human, but not. Not just genetically enhanced, he's a whole different species. An alien. A gardener, whatever that means. A lot to take in. You look... He puts a finger to his chin in an exaggerated expression of contemplation, like a white-eyed sugar bug. His hair slithers around the sides of his head like it's trying to get a better look at you. You find your voice and croak. Why do you keep following me? Because, my sugar bug, you're about to stumble into a nest of young snap ladders. I thought you might need rescuing again. Sure enough, you realize you can hear them mewling up ahead. Even the nestlings can be deadly in numbers. And with that warning, I believe my job here is done. Wait! You call out to him, but he disappears into the forest without a trace. Like your guardian angel. You come up on Sim practicing something that looks like yoga. His body moves in very unnatural ways, like he's double jointed. There's so much possibility in this body, he observes. I cannot help but think humans do not appreciate the limits of their forms. I feel positively nubile. Take a closer look at Sim. It's only fair that you observe Sim in the same manner that he often observes you, intently, and while hidden behind a tree. You pretend to leave, then double back and watch him from a short distance away. You hope you'll see what he does when you aren't around. Sim looks like a human, but if an alien had to draw a human entirely from written description. Too tall, too long, his eyes too black, his whole posture too weirdly attentive. His hair is the most interesting part. So perfectly kept for someone who seems to live in the wilderness, and sometimes you swear it moves in ways hair shouldn't, like the first time you saw a time-lapse video of a flower turning towards the sun. You watch in silence for nearly 10 minutes, but Sim does absolutely nothing. He tilts his head like he's listening to the wind, then he leans over to stare at a random patch of grass for far too long. Eventually, he turns to stare straight at the spot you're hiding. He purrs. Do you like what you see, sugar bug? You know I do. Sim smiles coyly. Good, he replies. He tosses his long hair over his shoulder and extends his hands, burying himself for your inspection. It is not a crime to be curious, he says. Why, I find myself very curious about you. You look your fill now that he's offered. You find yourself constantly drawn back to his deep silver eyes and the hypnotic motion of his hair. And within moments, you find yourself more relaxed? Sim's faint smile fills your vision, blanking out the rest of your senses. Do not be alarmed, he says. His voice sounds like it's coming from the bottom of a well. I have the ability to induce a mild sedative effect in organic creatures. I find it useful in reducing their cortisol levels so that it may tend to them more easily. If you find it soothing, I would be happy to use it on you at your request. You have simply to ask. Interesting. Hey, dude. A bush bug's blocking the path, lumbering slowly back and forth between a dense strand of gloop mushes, or whatever those plants are called, and a wide circular lake. It's like it's on some kind of patrol. It growls a warning when you try to squeeze past it, so you back off. From the look in its eyes, this one isn't letting you through easily. Find a path through its territory. Perception challenge! Oh, 5, 2. Last one. You sneak through the gloop mushes, crawling under them so the bush bub doesn't see you. You nearly get stuck at one point and wonder, what if this has to come rescue you? That would be embarrassing. You find a route through and continue on your way. It's a herd of herding sunbiters, your creatures that you personally discovered and got to name. Study them. Five. Nah. 3, 2, 2. Four. Nah, that's not worth it. Or it is. Shoot. There. You've seen this herd a few times traveling through this stretch of wilderness. All day they bask in the sun on the top of a plateau. Now that evening is coming, they're coming down into the plains to forage. They like to hang out in big groups, and mostly lie around all day being lazy. Sounds like the life. Submit the data. Utopia is happy to have more information on that rare herd of herding sunbiters. And I am more than happy to provide it. A mass of dead bushes blocks your way. They have pointy spines the size of short swords, and they look very, very sharp. I'm gonna leave that alone. Maybe I should go through it. I need more combat. My combat is like 0? No, it's at 4. That's good. Ah! Made me go home. Oh no. +3 perception, +1 animals, +1 friendship with this. You spot your dad munching on a soy ration.
You know, these soy bars from the new ship are pretty good,
He says.
I know it's basically the same stuff as what we've got, but it tastes different.
He examines the bar with a critical eye.
Probably some kind of unique chemical footprint from the kitchen nanoprinter.
Hey. Nah, she's just saying the same shit. Wreck? Let's get another hug. Oh, I didn't do anything that time. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Anemone? Anemone looks around at all the new soldiers that arrived on the heliosphere. They look so cool, she mutters. Why didn't we act more like these guys in the first place?
Unless you're here because you realize Rex is a shit-for-brains coward who'd rather dick around than defend his own home, get out of my sight. Vase growls. I don't have time for weak-willed deadweights like him, and right now that includes you. What? You just unloaded a bunch of shit on me. I have no fucking clue what you're talking about.
Do I have anything for him? Do you like roots? I forget. Let me check. Yeah, he likes medicinal roots. Let's give him some roots. And I guess, can we still sit on the roof? Or whatever? Relax on the walls. Yeah. After the first attack on the colony, they added lookout towers to the walls. Now you have a place to hang out if you don't feel like working, and because it's all the way up here, no adults are going to come ask you to run any errands for them. On rainy days, you take shelter under the pavilions and listen to the pitter-patter of warm raindrops on the grass roof. You can do whatever you want. This is the life. Perfect place to slack off. The perfect place to catch up on holovids you've been meaning to watch, and to chat with your friends on the colony social media.
Oh, hey Goober.
Dis pops his head up a nearby ladder and looks surprised to see someone else here.
Do you mind if I stay here too?
Sure, there's plenty of room. The two of you dangle your feet off the side and watch the valley below. Dis shuffles a little uncomfortably and doesn't say much. You wonder if this was his private spot to be alone before you discovered it. Oh, whoops, I accidentally clicked on Anemone again. Nomi? Nomi is openly gawking at the rain pouring down. Wow! They exclaim. I am not over that water just falls from the sky here? What's next? Every day is like a whole new planet. Have you guys had weather this whole time? It's so cool! They giggle and kick their feet, sending up big splashes of water.
Everything dies,
Dis says, plucking at some dead grass and blowing it away into the wind.
Plants, people, civilization. Even this planet's gonna die on a long enough timeline.
He dusts his hands off and rests his chin on his knees.
Why even bother fighting it? Why try to do anything at all?
Oh yeah, she was introduced to romance novels and manga. It didn't work. I'm gonna go exploring again. I still have a boss event remaining? I want +1 animals. I forgot to say that I'm going live on Threads again. I mean, it's not really helpful though either way, because Threads only pushes stuff like that out like hours later. The log. Another log. What's this? It's a cloudy day. You hear the crash of thunder from somewhere nearby. Loud. Sounds like it's getting closer. Suddenly, a massive, impossibly tall something punctures the low clouds and slams into the ground ahead of you. It's as tall as a skyscraper and a meter wide, covered with chitinous bone like an insect. You think it might be a lake? Another crashes down, then another. The creature's body must be up in the clouds, so high you can't see anything but the legs. The first leg lifts again and moves towards you. You're in shock. Your body simultaneously screams at you to stand still and run! Stay calm and analyze this movement. You watch the clouds, and as the next leg breaks through, you dodge it. It slams down where you've been with enough force to crush a boulder to dust. This creature is so unbelievably massive, you're like an ant to it. As it passes overhead, you marvel at how such a thing could even exist, and hope it never wanders any closer to your colony. Oh, it's Nomi. You hear Nomi shouting for help nearby. Run over there. You sprint to the sound of distress. Nomi sees that I've fallen headfirst into some kind of Nomi-sized flower. Is it eating them? It's engulfed Nomi's upper torso, its petals pulsing as it pulls them down further. You could use your blast cutters to cut them out of there, if you can figure out what part of this creature to cut without hurting Nomi. Nomi is struggling, and you hear muffled sounds of distress from inside. You have to try. We gotta save Nomi. Goal is 74. Damn it. Is this more useful than this one? No, it's about the same. And it's in order. Or is it better to... Huh. Next, final round. The heck? Okay, that's how. Push through. 40 stress. No skill changes. You delicately slice the lyre flower at the underside of the base of its flower, which you guess is the creature's neck. Up close, it actually looks more reptilian than plant-like. Just a little nick, and the creature coughs and convulses. Nomi spills forward in a flood of digestive juices. Ew, ew, ew! Yuck! My outfit! Stupid flower! Nomi stomps and shakes their fist at the flower, which lurches away on a fat, snake-like body. Rip. Almost got deaded by a flower. You've stopped to admire the light glinting off the water of a shallow circular lake when you notice some strange rocks near your feet. They're pink and red, bobbing in the shallow water at the shore. You've seen these colorful floating rocks before, but when you brought Dis back to show him where they were, you couldn't find them again. Repeat the pattern? You play a memory game with them, touching the stones in the pattern they give you. You feel emotions coming from the rocks. Affection, interest, gratefulness. Somehow you understand. They like the contact. Are they creatures or rocks? Sometimes the lines between the two can be blurry on Vertumna. They can't move, but learn about the world from creatures who pass by and touch them. Like the way animals rub to leave their scent, these rocks entice animals to play with them and leave information about the world. You get the sense they're excited for your new scent. To what end? You don't know. Gonna have to go home soon. There's not much to find out here, but the peaceful atmosphere is great for contemplation. You find a particularly beautiful little plateau where you can see the plains spread out before you like a picnic blanket. Round lakes dotting the land like glimmering mirrors of sky. Dis is scouting further ahead. He was eager to find some adventure. Catch up with Dis. There's no adventure where Dis is either. This is some peaceful territory right here. Boring. You're too worn out. Small skills boost perk. Man, my perception is almost max. My animals is at 51 now. My bravery is still pretty low. It's glow now. The worst time of the year. Dis looks up at the dark sky, illuminated by the fungal glow coming from the forest.
Do you think it's going to make a difference?
He asked, not looking at you.
The soldiers, the walls, the explosives. They're gonna keep coming harder and harder until we're all dead.
Hal looks troubled as you enter the gardens.
Do you hear that?
He asked, cocking his head to the side.
Usually all the critters make more noise than this. I wonder what's going on.
You spot your dad standing stock still, his eyes closed and head tilted to listen.
Hey, Gooseberry,
he says, recognizing you just from the sound of your footsteps.
Have you ever paid attention to the planet during glow? Feels different.
He blinks his eyes open.
Like a hum, he continues. Maybe from the plants. Heck, maybe the wormhole?
Oh, my animals is too low. I still need 29 more before I'll be able to help with the animals again.
Finally, an acceptable season,
Tang says, looking relaxed for the first time all year.
Not too bright, not too warm. If only it was like this all year long.
I mean, it is a beautiful season, but it is also the season with the most violence. People die. Really often.
Am I worried about an attack? He shrugs. No. We'll be fine. The governor's got this. And more importantly, we've got explosives. I like to see those alien animal knoll shits beat that. Knoll shit?
Interesting turn of phrase. And it's closed. Yeah, but I want this... I picked it up anyway. That's nice. Relax on the wall. The view from the wall during glow is absolutely breathtaking. The wormhole seems to smother the sky like a swirling jewel-toned bowl pressing down on the gloom. Everything in the wilderness is lit up and seems to breathe in and out with the planets, like one living creature made of stars. It's beautiful. You could almost forget how dangerous it is. You're relaxing in your quarters with your dad when you hear the colony siren. The enemy is here. Your dad looks up from his novel.
Oh, seems early this year. We should head to the shelter in the lounge.
You've been drilling on new evacuation procedures for the past month. There's no need to be a hero now that there are so many new soldiers from the Helio. It's probably best if you just follow instructions and head to the lounge with your dad. I'm so brave. Rush to the front lines. You muster with the rest of the defense force at the gates. Rhett and Loom are arguing about what tactics to employ. Loom keeps trying to rally the soldiers with a heartening speech about giving it everything they've got. All the drones, all the explosives, and Rhett keeps cutting in.
We don't need to take any risks,
Rhett insists.
It's a smaller attack, and we have more than enough blast rifles and turrets. We should save our other resources for when we do need them.
Why do things halfway? Loom exclaims.
We need to get in there and kick their asses back to the goo they came from. We need to show people that we have everything under control for morale.
Red tries one more time to wrest control of the forces back from Loom, but Loom cuts him off.
Fire the explosive rounds, he orders. Arm the charges.
Shells scream through the permanent night, followed by explosions you feel vibrate up through your boots. The Helios are unfazed, but you and the other Shadow Guards exchange nervous looks. You hear yelling, then another boom as the secondary explosive detonates. The baying of bloodthirsty animals reaches your ears. Then, Loom holds his finger to his ear speak.
Great work! Just a stragglers incoming. Open the gates!
To battle! Why am I battling? My combat is 4. Car becomes 2. Sounds good to me. I need 24 now. Oh wait, this becomes... Look at that, I won! Stress plus 10 though. You face off against a lesser Xeno, some kind of thin, semi-aquatic thing already half dead and limping doggedly through the gates. It's almost comical how easy it is to stun and kill it. By the time you're done, the other soldiers have dispatched the rest of the creatures. Smoke drifts in from the battlefield from the explosions, an acrid sense of triumph. After the attack, Loom gathers everyone in the lounge and holds a big celebration for the soldiers. There's feasting and drinking and songs of valor, and as the party goes on long into the night, some drift away in pairs, or more. Mars and Rex keep the dancing going. Even Anemone seems to relax, especially when the other cadets invite her to drink with them. Tonight, everyone seems convinced that this victory means the colony will be safe forever. Maybe it will be. You sure wanted to believe it too. Oh! We are 16 now! Wow! We had some cool experiences. Playing in the snow, spying on a friend, emoji progy. Up to the highest height. Staying cool. Thud of the Thumper. Dad's love. 10 plus rebellion. Sweet 16, hell yeah! Negative 55 stress. Negative 74 kudos. Yeah, I did spend kudos. Plus 10 food, plus 6 defense. I went up 2 with Sim, right at the very end. 1.5 with discs. My friends with discs is at 82. Start age 16. Vase looks exasperated by your presence.
Hey, it's Rex's little buddy, he says, scowling. Get out of here before I have to send a message about how I don't want his little gang of dickwits taking up my garrison.
He crackles his knuckles.
You're not going to like my choice of medium.
Okay? What is with the obnoxious aggression? Oh, this wants to talk. Give him a second. I'm gonna go around the perimeter. Your dad is... Your dad is sitting on the fence overlooking the animal paddock, chewing on a piece of grass.
Oh, hey, Sugar Bean,
he says, patting the fence next to him.
Come to take a look at the wild, dangerous aliens?
You watch the float cows bob along peacefully. Every so often, one of them releases a jet of liquid and lifts up into the air. Your dad laughs every time.
Gross, he says. But I guess not much more weird than when we used to drink milk from cows and goats.
That is true. Hey, heads up! You barely manage to find cover as water arcs over your head. You look around and Cal waves sheepishly, a garden hose in his other hand. He's surrounded by kids who are hooting and cheering for him to turn the hose on them again.
Sorry, he calls out. I guess they got away from me.
Cal has a kind soul. Don't touch me, Mars orders, raising her hands in the air. I just did my nails, and if you mess them up, I am going to scream until the adults come and throw you in space jail for crimes against sophistication. Mars is so fun to voice. I've been thinking of changing my sleeping habits, Tang says. If I only need to sleep 8 out of every, say, 36 to 48 hours, must they be endured all at once? Imagine the efficiency of taking a 15-minute nap every 4 hours instead. Why, that's practically no time at all. I don't recommend that. Speaking as someone with a sleeping disorder, that's sort of like that, don't do that. People who try their best to mimic the patterns of a sleeping disorder like mine fucking grate me. Because it is not fun. Why would you want to do that on purpose? You're not going to feel well rested. You're going to feel jittery all the time. It's not fun. You might get more migraines and headaches. Anemone takes a big pull from her canteen, sighs, and rubs the back of her hand over her mouth. Hey, Goober, this training business is hard.
You're pretty good friends with Rex, aren't you? Vase asks, giving you a once-over. He must not like what he sees. I wouldn't go around telling everyone that. It might not work out great for you. Just a bit of friendly advice.
What the fuck did Rex do? Every time I talk to this dude, he's talking about Rex. Obsessed much? Rex is playing a game where he throws a ball up in the air as high as he can and tries to catch it without using his hands. You narrowly miss him running right into you, and the ball bounces away. Shucks! Rex exclaims, twiddling his big furry ear. I was in a roll! Do you need something? Rex folds you into his arms, bending his whole body to you. He smells warm and a little spicy, like clean sweat and sunshine. It's a good hug, the kind that makes you instantly just a little more relaxed. Oh. You find Rex playing cards by himself in the lounge with an actual physical deck of cards. He looks up as you approach and visibly brightens when he sees you, sitting up straight with his dog-like ears on alert. Well, hey, Goober! He exclaims. How's it hanging? Do you want to play a game with me? Sure, what kind of game? It's called Bottoms Up, Rex exclaims. We both play a card from our hand we think is lower than the one the other person is playing. Hello, Anne-Marie Francis. Thanks for stopping by the stream. Sorry that it's doubling. Just a little problem with the way it's grabbing chats right now.
If you win, you get the number of points that are on your card. Plus you get to take the loser's card and add it to your hand. So you want to play a low card to win. But if you play your high cards at the right time, you get a lot of points. It's a game of compromise. I used to play it all the time back in the Helio. But now everyone's here and, realizing their big dreams of being heroes and saving humanity. Rex says, rolling his eyes with a good-natured grin. Soldiers love to gamble, Rex says. That thing you use here? Kudos? We can bet some kudos on it, or maybe we can bet something more interesting? Is 20 kudos okay? Wow. Need 100 kudos or greater. Imagine having 100 kudos. Wonder how you do that. Of course, Rex exclaims. Whatever you feel comfortable with is fine by me. He winks.
Aw, how cute! Dalmatian!
Rex shuffles the cards and deals half the deck to each of you, and you begin to play the game. The best thing about this game is that it's not very hard to play, Rex says, scooping up his winning cards. It's all about how well you know the other person. And, well, we don't know each other very well yet, so what do you want to know about me?
What are your plans for the future?
Rex blinks at you. Oh, wow! Big question! I don't know. I think if I stayed on the heliopods, I probably would have ended up becoming a soldier like everyone else. But planet side? Rex smiles to himself as he puts in a high card. I could do anything. I've always liked making things with my hands, and I like to make other people happy. Maybe I can do something like that with that.
Have you made any friends here?
Oh yeah, of course, Rex says. He looks happy. I think the adults are so much nicer than ones I grew up with. Like, they care so much about how and why they do stuff. I love being around them. And the other teens, like, whoa, you guys are all so cool? Anemone and Tang are so passionate. Cal's a solid sweetheart. And Mars is like a galactic level hottie, wow. He trails off, lost in thought. Oh, and that this guy seems interesting too.
What do you like to do for fun?
Talk to people mostly, Rex says and puts down a low card to win the hand. I like to see what everyone's doing and help them with stuff if I can. I just really like being around other people. I like doing whatever they're doing. Oh, and cuddling, of course. I love cuddling. And running and chasing stuff? He rubs the soft inner part of his ear and smiles sheepishly. Enough talking. Let's just play the game. You play out the rest of the cards, staying fairly even in points until Rex is left with only one card. And you have two. You're trailing, but not by much. If you play your low card for an easy win, you'll gain enough points to make it a draw. If you gamble on a slightly higher card in your hand, you might lose entirely, but you could win. What do you do?
Oh, I need empathy 41.
My empathy's at 15.
Sorry, I've been just like hanging. I just been exploring.
Play a high card for a chance to win. You put down your higher of your two cards, and Rex shouts, "Are you for real?" He laughs. That was a really risky play. You're lucky I only had a high card left. He turns over his card. It's even higher than yours. You win the game by a comfortable margin. Collect your winnings. Rex links your hollow palms to transfer you your winnings. It's a good thing I love helping so much, he laughs. You can rack up kudos pretty fast. Oh, for helping people? Well, shit. Oh, whoops. Oh, never mind. I did clicker. Nomi is doodling in their sketch pad. Whoops. Nomi is doodling in their sketchbook, but looks up with a big smile as you approach. They turn off their hair speak. Hi, Goober. What you doing? Me? I'm just practicing drawing hands. It's really hard. Other tutorials say that everything is just made up of shapes, but I don't get it. They extend their hand to you, fingers outstretched. How is this made up of a prism and 5 cylinders? It bends! Let's go up. Mars throws a bulging tote bag onto the ground. Out with the old, she announces. All of these are ready for the textiles recycler. If you want to go through them, go for it. They're all so-so last season, so they're perfect for someone who doesn't really get fashion like you. I can't wait to get some new clothes. It feels like I've been wearing the same thing for years. Haha, you have been. What are you up to, my spicy little chili pepper? Not much, Dad. I'm gonna go exploring again. I still got some shit to see. Oh, I need to talk to Dis. This is relaxing the back of one of the expedition vehicles, absorbed in a hollow novel. You clear your throat, and he jumps and gives you an awkward but genuine smile. Hey, Goober, he says, pulling his legs out of the way so you can climb in beside him. It's getting harder to find places to be alone here, don't you think? I'd kill to be out exploring, but Utopia insisted we have a rest day. He rolls his eyes. This closes his hollow novel and sighs. It's just so crowded here, he complains, and it's boring. I'd rather be out there with Sim, learning about this planet.
This continues, looking wistful. He folds his hands over his heart. He's so interesting. I could talk to him forever, you know. Like, we really connect. Have you gotten much out of him? Yeah, Dis exclaims, sitting up straighter. Well, I mean, sort of. He still says there's stuff I'm not supposed to know yet, but I figured out a lot on my own. The biggest thing is that the planet is basically all connected, like a fungal network that's so old and complex that it's practically like a computer, he says, talking fast and excited. And not just the mushrooms, the trees, the animals, even the rocks in the water. Dis smiles. He didn't want me to know that one, he confides to you, but I guessed it. Remember how your dad got sick every year from the pollen? It was actually fungal spores? Well, I just started thinking from there, and yeah, it's like every year the planet refreshes its communication network with fresh spores. It's so cool. I knew that one. Really? This says? Well, how about the fact that Sim is really old? Like, really, really old, this continues. Like, probably thousands of years old? Sometimes he talks about stuff from ancient history like he was really there, because he totally was. This laughs a little. But he still acts like a kid sometimes, you know? Like, he loves holovids and candy and playing tricks. I had no idea. Oh, and I've seen other gardeners, Dis says quietly. They don't look like Sim at all. They look, well, they look scary. Okay, one more, Dis says, his face going pink. The gardeners don't have clothes. Sim was naked when I met him. I had to bring him clothes for the colony. Are you blushing? No, Dis stammers, his face going even red. It was just really embarrassing, okay? He was naked. I didn't know where to look. What about you? Dis asks. What has he told you? Well, Dis is listening intently. Sim's hair seems alive? Dis rolls his eyes. Well, duh. Anyone who sees him knows that, he says. It, like, moves, right? I thought I was imagining it, but it's kind of like how plants move to face the sunlight. That's all I know. I wish we could tell people about Sim, Dis says. I feel like if people knew him like we do, they'd realize that what we're doing here is wrong. But I'm scared that if I tell someone, Sim will never talk to me again. He says we're not ready. We can't tell anyone what we know. I know, Dis mumbles, sighing as he thumps his head against the window of the cab. I don't want to mess up whatever plan they have. I just want to help, though, you know? What game is this? It is I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. It is a very fun game, as you can see. I know. Dis nods and turns away, done with his conversation. We need to learn more about Sim. All events have respawned. Oh. Well, shit, dude. I still needed a... Oh, let's survey the ridge. I was still working on that boss event. Trying to get to it. Hey! You're about to set off in your gliders when Dis stops you. Actually, he says, looking around furtively. Do I like to sing? Yes, I do. I'm not a good singer, though. I want to show you a place I found when I was scouting. You looked up from your holo map. It's not on any map yet, he says. It's special. I want to show you because I think you're the only person in the colony who'll understand what it means. You and Dis set off, hoping for a few hours before the trackers in your holo palms ping Utopia, that you're not where you said you'd be. After a short trek off map, Dis takes you to a round door set into the side of a cliff. The door is glossy black and made of something that's part bone and part stone, like the rest of the conversion domain architecture you've seen. Unlike the ruins, this place looks, well, not new, but definitely well maintained. Hello, Swagga-Lex. You're one of the first person to have commented on one of my live streams today. And I mean because this is the second live stream I've had on TikTok. Thank you. I appreciate that. Really? Yeah, it's my second stream. Most people like to lurk, though. And I totally respect that. Dis touches his finger to the center of the door, and it dilates like an iris. Previously unseen scenes folding in on themselves with a noise like rocks grinding together. That's cool? Yeah, it is cool. It's fun. Inside is a lumpy, smooth tunnel that reminds you unpleasantly of intestines. It looks like you could barely fit in there on hands and knees. An unexpectedly cool wind ruffles your hair. Dive on in there. You both crawl and inch your way through the tunnel to where the cave opens up, about 10 or 15 meters in. You stand in a cave that looks part organic and part intentional. A curious mixture of almost organic-looking stone growths, crystals, and glowing mushrooms in a riot of iridescent oil-sick colors, some of which look like they could be controls for an ancient bioweapon. Your view deeper into the cave is obscured by layer-cake stalagmite pillars. Everything is dark before the eerie glow. You're using your hollow palms as flashlights, but it's air-conditioned. Cool, fresh air is blowing from vents in the floor. I haven't figured out what this place is for yet, this says, touching a mushroom with his fingertip. It puffs out a cloud of glowing spores and he sneezes. You spread out to see if you can decipher this place. Like, what the heck is that glowy thing on the ground? Oops. You pick up another strangely warm, glowing whatever it is. And how about that writing on the wall? There's a huge faceted crystal plate embedded in the wall, engraved with deep glyphs. Convergent domain writing, you guess. Is some kind of map? There are lines between the symbols. You trace your hand over it, but can't make any sense of it. Well, what in the world is that console-looking thing? Thank you for following me on TikTok. If it's a screen, it's all dark, like when congruence isn't active. Unlike congruence's colorful, decorated chassis, this has a decidedly alien tech feel. You feel around, touching things at random. Don't do that, hiss this. Hiss this, sorry. Don't do that. Hisses this. Woo! I feel like I tapped out on my reading skill because I also was voice acting a few hours ago during a different live stream. What if I did this? This makes a shocked noise as the reality of the cave melts away, and you find yourself back in the depot. No, not back. Not entirely. You can still feel the cool, moist breath of the cave on your cheeks. You can still smell the funk of the mushrooms. But everything else is exactly as you would expect. As real as if you could reach out and touch it. You feel embodied, like you can feel the pressure of your feet, 4 feet, on the ground. Utopia walks through Dis, rematerializing on the other side to talk to one of the other surveyors. Dis passes his hand through her image with amazement. Are they spying on us? He breathes. The image of Utopia doesn't seem to hear him. How's the game going? Pretty good. A lot of interesting things that are happening right now. And I feel like my friendship is almost maxed out. Woo! You take your hands off the controls, and the cave returns. Dis blinks at you in the sudden gloom. What the hell was that? He says. It was like we were really there. Like we were seeing out of the eyes of some kind of animal. Like we were the animal. Are the gardeners spying on us? Seems to see I have eyes everywhere, Dis says. I didn't know he meant literally. We can't let Utopia know about this, he continues. We have to keep some secrets. You agreed to keep this monitoring station a secret. Interesting. Okay. Gonna get through this. The path ahead is blocked by a field of snaking vines and brambles. They're flowering. Enormous happy blossoms swaying in the shimmering heat waves. You could push through them, but your hollow palm beeps a warning. A radiation warning. These flowers seem to be highly radioactive. Far too radioactive for the mild shielding your suit provides. You might be able to pass through if you don't mind feeling the effects of radiation sickness until you can detox at a medbed. Well, if it doesn't kill you outright. Radiation is unpredictable. Take a sample. Ooh, it's 8! You snag a sample you can study later in geoponics. I should probably study this stuff in geoponics, huh? Push through. An hour later, you realize your mistake as the radiation illness sets in. Yuck, you'll be sick for days after this and will need radiation treatment when you return. I didn't mean to do that. What? It's another another strange device. I have to go. Bye. Have a good day. Thank you. Have a good day as well. The flies here are awful. They come out in the heat of the day and buzz around you incessantly. They don't bite, but they seem to want something from you. Maybe the water or salt from your sweat? You hope they aren't laying eggs. This calls the most annoying ones rod flies because they're like long, flexible sticks with a bunch of wings. They swarm in clouds around your face, no matter how hard you try to shoo them away. He says they remind you of Mars. But there are others too, like the one that's just a big eyeball with a couple of pairs of little wings. They make a loud buzzing sound, and are always just out of reach when you try to swat them away. Today, your personal nemesis is one of these eye flies. There was a whole bunch of them earlier, but only one has persisted. It's been following you, staring at you all morning. You and Dis have been batting at it for an hour, but it's a fast dodger. Dis has finally given up and just plods forward. He even lands on his head, but he doesn't care. Oh, perception challenge. Okay, we got 23. 5, 4, 3, 2. What is it better to do? 4, 3. Let me see. 16. This is 21, so this is better. Okay. Okay, we have 42 left. I can push through. I don't want this to end so quickly, so push through. 5 stress. I used all of my logs on that. The eye fly is like the size of a human eyeball and made of concentric rings of rainbow hues. Black, yellow, green, blue, and purple. You find yourself staring right back at it. You wonder if the rings have something to do with light refraction. You let it land on your arm. Then you strike! Ha ha! Got it! Flashed! 10 minutes later, there is a new fly following you. Just give up, this mumbles. Probably one of the gardener's spy creatures. Remember from the monitoring station? Oh yeah! Well, you'd rather they picked a less annoying one. I can't give this strange device to anyone but Dis. You're getting thirsty. You feel for your backup canteen, but it's missing. Somehow you lost it since you left this morning, and you're all out of drinking water. The suns are high and hot in the sky, making the ground waver with heat-hazed mirages. Your mouth feels dry, so dry, and your head is starting to ache. You're pretty far from the outpost. You can make it back, but that'd be it for this expedition. You'd have to go home. Let's search for water. This card becomes 3. Ah, this was not good. Hmm. Darn. I was defeated. You fail to find any drinking water. You're about ready to give up when your foot suddenly plunges through the dry, cracked dirt beneath you. It goes in up to your knee, and it's wet. It's a watato! After dislodging your foot and scraping the purple juice off your shoe, you peer in at the underground pod. Like a massive watermelon, only a small part of it grows above ground while the rest stores liquid safely away from the elements. You decide you're thirsty enough to drink this, despite your foot having been in it. Ah, that hits the spot. Gotta go home. I'm too injured to continue. I have radiation poisoning. The sun rises again. The suns rise again after glow, heralding a new year. It's your 16th birthday. You wake in your new quarters, blinking into the watery sunlight. Dust motes float through the air, and you take a moment to enjoy the perfection of your bed while you listen to the sounds of the colony waking up outside. So much has happened in 1 year. Just a few short months ago, you thought your life was over. Now it's better than ever. There's plenty of food, and the colony is safe. You even have your own bedroom. You're considering snoozing until your dad wakes up when your reverie is interrupted by someone sitting on your balcony. It's this! He's on your balcony? He's starting to act more like Sim every day. You're finally awake, Just says, slipping off your railing. I thought you were going to sleep away your whole birthday. Happy birthday, by the way. You watch the sunrise in companionable silence. Your dad wakes up shortly after that, and you order up your traditional birthday breakfast feast. He gives you a big squeezy hug and tells you he's proud of you. You find your dad in your mom's garden. It's been kept well tended since her death, and not just by your dad. Plenty of her agriculturists have all had a hand in it. It's nice that there's a part of her here, and that it's being kept alive by the people she saved by sacrificing herself. Your dad wipes his eyes as you approach. Hey kiddo, he says softly. Just visiting your mom. You gonna stay a bit? I don't get it, Cal says, leaning on the fence and looking out towards where you can both see the soldiers milling around the garrison. Killing that alien when I was a kid was the most horrible thing I've ever done. And those assholes treat it like it's no big deal. They want to do it. He clenches his fist. They're murderers, but no one cares. Mars is scrolling through the colony message board on her holopomp. Giver, do you think I'm stuck up? She asked. There's this whole thread on the colony board about how I'm conceited and think I'm so much better than everyone else. She continues scrolling. If I felt shame, that would really hurt. Ah, Mars. So self-assured. So confident. Tame gestures towards the geoponics domes. We're doing some really incredible things with genetically modified crops, she says proudly. Recombinant DNA is fascinating. We can take the genes that select for hardiness in vertumnant plants and insert them into the genome of humble Terran plants with higher yields, such as potatoes. Ew, she says, closing her eyes, or even coffee beans. Still angry about Rex? Rex and Nomi are curled up together, his head on their lap as they watch something on Nomi's holopalm. Nomi pauses the show and Rex grumbles feebly. He must have almost drifted off. Hi, Nomi says, scratching behind Rex's ears. Do you want to watch Turbo Girl Hyperjet transform with us? We're almost ready to start the OVAs. You're sitting around gossiping with Rex when he suddenly goes quiet. You turn to see a group of teenage soldiers from the Helio staring back at you from across the courtyard, scowling in derision. Don't pay attention to them, Rex mutters, turning back to you. If they know they can get under your skin, they'll never leave you alone. Trust me, it's better just to smile. That's depressing. Hello. You've heard Security Chief Rhett is on the lookout for lookouts. That is, for kids to chill out on top of the walls all afternoon and count Xenos. Sounds way better than going to class. He gives you a once-over, eyes narrowed. Alright, he says. Look over there at the end of the field. What's that sign say? Read it out loud. You can read the sign easily. It says, if you can read this, your eyesight is 20/20. Huh, what a weird sign. What does that mean? Rhett nods in approval. Good, you pass. Come back next month and I'll put you on the roster. Always glad to forget a 0. For a change, I'm gonna go to geoponics and go study some of the stuff that I've done. But first, Cal is at the door to the barn, pulling on a pair of stretchy gloves. Palomina's calving, he says by way of explanation. I gotta get in there to make it sure everything's going okay. Do you need me? Nomi is grooving along to music only they can hear through their hearspeak. They bump into you and gasp, gesturing to turn off their hearspeak. Oh my gosh, I didn't see you there. Sorry. They dust you off unnecessarily. Get us new, they chirp. What's going on, goober? Oh, let's come in for another hug. You spot Anemone talking to Vase. He smiles warmly and claps her on the shoulder and she goes red, stammering out a goodbye as he walks away. Oh, hey goober, she says when you approach. Mars surveys the colony like a queen regarding her subjects. I've been thinking about ways to improve this trash heap, she says. The problem is getting people to listen to my ideas. They still think I'm just some kid. She scoffs. As if. If they think of me as a child, they'll be all the more surprised when I'm running this place. I'm gonna go learn. I'm gonna go study. Your dad introduces you to the little lab they have set up in one of the greenhouses. It's incredible, he says, gesturing all around him. We're surrounded by alien flora, and we know practically nothing about it. What's edible, what's medicine, what can we make fibers with, or build with, or use in ways we haven't thought of yet? He beams at you. You and me, we're gonna find out, my little potato. Your dad directs you to a research bench, and here's where you'll be working. The bench is buried under samples and beakers and weird-looking alien sprouts. More than just a simple table, the analysis bench is covered with buttons and little holes you could put things into. Don't touch anything. Go ahead and mess around, your dad encourages you. You won't break anything. Carefully find the on switch. There is no switch. Yep, it looks everywhere. Stick something in a hole. You put one of the seedlings into a small slot in the table. A little door slides shut, then reopens. A loud burr sound startles you. Oh no, you broke it! Your dad laughs. Nah, just kidding. You're fine. Good instincts, kiddo. Press buttons at random. You mash all the table's buttons until... Yo, 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 kiddo. It's congruent! The friendly ship's computer beams at you from her own hollow screen set into the bench. Of course she's here. She's the guardian of all knowledge in the colony, after all. You wonder who she got yo-yo-yo from. Your dad laughs. Don't tell anyone, but congruence is the real brains of the operation, he confesses, though it's not like it's a secret. She'll make sure we don't do anything super dangerous, which means you and I get to focus on experimentation. If you follow the rules and stick to what you already know, you won't learn anything new. So don't be afraid to try stuff. Get to work. This is gonna be easy. Oh. The Viking Blue, I see. Hello, Patrick. How you doing? I'm doing pretty good right now. Having a fun time. Enjoying this game. I am hungry though. I'm pretty hungry. This scuffs his boots in the dirt. It sucks here, he mutters. There's so much noise. So many people. There's nowhere you can just be alone. I wish I could just live in the forest. It's good. What are you playing? It's called I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. It's pretty fun. I recommend looking it up, maybe. Rex? That's a good name? Yeah, it's a pretty good name. It's interesting as a title. Rex is perched on a fence, his lunch forgotten in his lap as he hollers compliments at people passing by. That color looks great on you! He yells at someone. Have you been working out? He yells at another. What's my name? Melody! He catches you watching and shoots you a goofy grin. Back on Earth, they used to call this catcalling, he says, shrugging. My way's better, I think. You guys don't have to worry with us around, Nomi says proudly. It's super great that we showed up when we did, right? Now the colony can protect itself, and the people in the Helio who didn't want to be soldiers. Nomi gestures at himself. Well, we don't have to be. Thank you. Here, wanna hear a new, fun new nature fact? You tell him at the time Tang brought a skunk bug for show and tell in biology, and it got scared and made the worst, most smelliest, grossest stank you had ever smelled, and everyone thought Tang had farted. Then Professor Hal had to clear out the whole room, and it took weeks to get the smell out of the beanbags. It was so gross. But also kind of neat how such a tiny bug can make a whole room of kids run away. Hal laughs. I remember that, Goober. Except the way I heard it, it wasn't Tang, it was you. What? Thank you for the follow, Patrick. Tang is sitting just outside the laboratory, her eyes closed and her head swaying to music only she can hear. You tap her on the shoulder and she jumps. Oh, Goober, she says, gesturing to turn off her hearspeak. I was simply taking a mental break. The brain may not be a muscle, but it does need rest like one. Cool. he is still obsessed with my boy Rex. What game? I have a ton of games in my backlog, though. Oh, I don't have any. Oh, wait. I have one of these. You want this? Dis's eyes light up when he sees your gift. Whoa! He says, taking them from you with an uncharacteristic delight. Is this... Where did you find this? It looks like some kind of alien artifact. It's gotta be. You spot Dis about to head out on an expedition. He's carrying a full backpack with a second one at his feet full of surveying equipment. As you approach, you realize he's writing in a notebook. An actual notebook, with paper and everything, braced on his knee with one foot on his equipment. He looks up as you approach and closes his notebook, slipping it into the jacket pocket over his heart. Oh, hey Goober, he says and tucks the pen behind his ear. Are you coming too? That's cool, maybe we'll be posted near each other. What were you writing? Just stuff, Dis says dismissively. I like writing on paper. It feels more real, you know? And it's more private than having everything on your hollow palm where people can find it. You beg him for more details. Dis huffs through his nose, but he looks amused. Just stuff, he repeats. How I'm feeling, what the weather is like, what people are doing on the colony. I like observing people. Sometimes I pretend I'm an alien, he continues, and I'm studying how people act so I can blend in. So will you ever write about me? Dis goes red and ducks his head. Well, sure, he says. You're part of the colony, right? And you're my friend, so of course I read about you. You're about to ask to see, but you're interrupted by Utopia calling for all hands to board the expedition vehicles. Dis stoops to pick up the surveying equipment. Then he's gone without another word. He must not want you to know what he's writing about you. Curious. Very curious indeed. Maybe we should get some more Tang storyline, huh? Nah. I feel like we're so close to maxing out this that it makes more sense to go on an expedition. Okay, 13 events remaining. 10 collectibles remaining. Boss event remaining. Okay. I'm not gonna be able to do much. Okay, it's too far away. But I might be able to grab it like how I grabbed it last time from behind a gate. You haven't been down into the deepest crevices of the ridges, where the crystals grow thick and the air is stagnant and dead. It's already sweltering on the ridges, but in the chasms, you can see the heat warping the air almost like it's a permanent fog. Utopia says the air is so thick and still, you can't even see your glider down there. At least one thing survives in the haze, though. When you take a break for lunch one day, you can see flickers of silver darts in and out of the fog, like ripples of light on a lake. As you unpack your tiffin box, the silver flashes come up out of the fog and begin to surround you. There are animals, eyeless, almost translucent creatures about the length of your arm, trailing meters-long tentacles behind them. Their mournful tooting is magical and strange. You look them up in your hollow palm. Oh, air squid babies. Wait, air squid are predators. Oh no! That's not good. Eight, 2, 3. Okay. One more. I still have this fucking baby one. Okay. I guess I'll have to push through, huh? Yeah. Or I can draw another hand. Let's try that. Didn't do much. Already stress is okay. You duck behind some roots and keep perfectly still as the creepy creatures float around and past you. They don't seem to be hunting for food. They must be on their way somewhere. Air squid adults are solitary hunters, but these juveniles form large groups and move together fluidly like schools of fish. Once they're a safe distance away, you take some notes on their social behavior. The oddest thing is how many there were. Hundreds of the things. Mature air squid are very rare creatures, more often heard than seen. It must be a tough life if so few of them reach adulthood. Ah! The crystal cluster. Amazing! A beautiful little locust lands on your arm. It calmly washes its face with its forearms and vibrates its wings like it's cooling off. Aww, the poor little guy is all alone. Befriend it. Oh, you sent me 4 roses? How nice, thank you. I'm not sure what those mean, but I appreciate it nonetheless. Okay. 5, 4, 4. Hello, how are you and how's your day going? I'm doing pretty good right now. I'm a little hungry. Aww. Only have an hour left in this stream. Can you shout me out, please? Yeah, sure. Thank you, fellow child 1. I forgot to say your name. I'm so sorry. Oh! Wow, cat. Hold up. It seems
Morbus just redeemed WoW.
Should eat a little something soon. Yeah, I will. Someone redeemed something on Twitch, but it's not showing yet. Ah. The redeem bro. Oh, that sucks. Because then you don't get to see the hat on the head. I think it should be. I forget which one. The key? It doesn't seem to want to work. I'll fix that later. Yeah, I wanted to see the cat too. I forget which one is Wow Cat. Oh, it's this one. Damn it. My model's out of view. Shoot. Okay, well, I'll just have to continue. You can vaguely see the cat, right? If I just move the head like this. It's sitting on the head. The loaf is visible? Vaguely. I'll try and fix that. It was working like yesterday when I first set it up. Okay. I'll make them all blue. This is not gonna do much. Oh, I don't have enough. look at that! So close. Hey, Melody. I'm your biggest fan. No, I am. No, I am ugly. No, I am stupid. I'm your biggest supporter. That's funny. Let me see. Let's try and redraw. This is worse. I feel like this is worse. Yeah, this is way worse. I'll just give up. It's super cute. You nudge it with your finger and it opens its wings and flips them forward, making it look like a grimacing manicore. Scary. You're so busy playing with your new buddy that you fail to notice when his family shows up. A swarm of them, millions, completely surrounds you. It takes off to join them. You get stuck and surrounded by the hungry fiends. Your holopalm tells you they're after plants, but they aren't above nipping to check if you are one. You throw your hands over your head and run for the gliders, though it's too dangerous to fly in this storm of locusts. You end up hiding under your glider for a couple hours while they pass by. You come back to this place later in the week. What foliage there had been is now stripped bare. The only things still standing are the crystals, glinting in the sunlight. Aw, I gotta go home. Let's do engineering. Wonder why that happened. You're woken by the buzzing of your holopalm. It's a colony-wide alert. You rub your eyes and ponder the thickness of the air seeping into your bedroom through the open veranda door. It's an ominous but beautiful sight. The seasonal pale pink haze has turned a deep fuchsia, with scintillating silver sparkles floating through it. The shimmer. Thankfully, you've all been inoculated against the shimmer, because this looks like a bad year for the airborne spores. To be safe, you stay inside and seal your door and windows tightly. You spend the time playing holo games with your dad. After a couple days, the pollen fog patches that incident. Oh, I wonder how bad that would have been. Since we helped to inoculate everyone against the pollen. I wonder if anyone would have died that time. This scuffs his boots in the dirt. Oh, okay, yeah. He's still complaining about how there's too many people and how everything sucks. Hi, my funny little eggplant. Thanks, Dad. I love that for you, that you have these silly nicknames. Rex. Coming in for another hug. Nomi pushes their sketchbooks and things to the side and gestures for you to sit down. I'm so used to people not sitting with me because I talk so much, they say without a hint of shame. I get it. I'm just a super high energy person. Always have been ever since I was a kid. If I bother you, just tell me to be quiet. I don't mind. Hey! Okay. Never mind. Anemone? Oh, okay, she's right there. Now let's hang out on the walls. Most of the time you're alone up here except for the occasional passing guard. But sometimes you're joined by Dis. He barely looks up at you as you plop down and kick your feet through the railing and over the edge. He looks like he's doodling on his holopad. You see all sorts of plants, mushrooms, little creatures with too many eyes or too many legs. He has a selection of plant samples at his side, like artist paintbrushes laid out on a towel. He must be quite the junior botanist. He's not drawing plants right now, though. You'd recognize Sim's long, dark hair and his uncanny valley face anywhere. Looking good, bud. Dis shoots you a shy smile. Thanks, he mumbles. I'm not very good at drawing him yet. There is no chance that's gonna be, I mean, there's very little chance that that'll be the highest level card. Ah! I wonder if the crush is gonna be requited at one point. What's my bravery at? It's at 32. Oh my god. This is kneeling at the edge of the expedition staging area, checking through his backpack. I can't wait to get out of there again, he says. I hate being cooped up in the colony with everyone's drama, and everything always smells like shit. He takes a deep breath for effect. Yeah, I'm not gonna miss that when I'm gone. Everything smells like shit? I feel bad. I feel bad for him. Unpleasant smell. It must be manure. Hey, it's my little genius! Your dad exclaims, swooping down to kiss the top of your head. Savior of the colony! What do you need, love bug? I am the savior of the colony. Say that again, Dad! Come on, hype me up! Oh wait, I need to come in for another hug. It didn't work this time either. You guys don't have to worry with us around. Never mind. Alright, that. More story, please. Tang is deep in conversation with someone from the heliopause, making notes on her holopad. The soldier leaves, and Tang turns to you and acknowledges you with a small smile. Perhaps I was too quick to judge the soldiers, she says. In the past, great scientific advancements have been made in service of the military. Ultrasounds, the microwave oven, blood transfusions, even the internet, which was the precursor to holopalm connectivity. She taps her finger against her chin. There may be a way to work in tandem for the good of humanity. Okie dokie. Okay. I might learn. Let's, if I do this one, then I get more friendship with Tangent and Nomi Nomi. You see a notice on the engineering holoweb. Chief Engineer Instance needs someone to help with after-school tutoring. Literally anyone who isn't a complete idiot will do because she's desperate. Please apply. Am I gonna do it? After-school tutoring? Sure. You tell Dr. Instance you're interested in the job. She looks up from her holopalm like she's just noticed you exist. Yes, you'll do, she says, nodding. The younger, slower kids have trouble keeping up with congruence sometimes. You mostly just have to pat them on the back now and then, and stop them from wandering off when they're supposed to be studying. No offense, but anyone with a pulse could do it. You wait for further instruction. Instance sighs, shooing you away dismissively. You know where the classrooms are. Just come when you're not doing whatever nonsense teenagers do here. Card becomes blue. Maybe it'll be better if the card becomes blue. No? Nah, that seems worse, actually. I'm gonna have 2 blue cards. No. Okay. I'll try it this way, maybe? I keep ending up with 30. I know it's not a big deal, but... push through with 5 stress. You and Tang are talking when a group of children bumbles boisterously past you. Tang rolls her eyes. I've always prided myself on not acting like other teenagers, she says. I'm simply not like other teenagers. Hey, Nomi Nomi. Nomi has 3 holo screens in front of them, all displaying different homework assignments. I have so much to do! They whine, squishing their cheeks in despair. This would go so much faster if I was smart like Tangent. Maybe it's okay to take a break. Just a little one. Yeah! Do the Pomodoro method, like I do. Hugs incoming. Hello? Hey, look, it worked this time. He seems to be drinking from the cows. Directly. Oh, wait! There's a log! I love logs. I love just picking up wood. This? Do I have anything that interests him? Oh, this thing. He loves it. He loves it when I give him a strange device. I think I'll go study the animals. What? I need like 80, right? For the dad? My perception's almost max. You've been studying the sponge cake you found out in the Valley of Vertigo, in that oddly squishy trampoline ground. As you suspected, it is a type of fungus. The analysis bench tells you it contains edible starches. Once dried and processed with a maturing agent, acidic spark snow would work nicely. It'll make a wonderful flour. The challenge now is to cultivate it. It multiplies quickly, and you've seen how it stops anything else from growing near it. Plant it in a back field. You plant the sponge cake in a special field, quarantined on the other side of the geoponics dome from the rest of the crops. By the end of the month, you can already tell that it's taken root, and will start producing viable food soon. You should get your first harvest during pollen, when the sponge swells up and is at its sweetest. Many of the earth crops grow through dust and need to be harvested before wet. This means the colony has more food available year-round. It's going to be an incredible boon. Look at that! One slot becomes value 3. This one. Was that worse? I don't know if that was worse. Oh, this is worse, actually. It's Virtunalia! Everyone's in high spirits as you decorate the colony square. The great tables are piled high with food, groaning on the weight of heaps of roasted and steamed vegetables, barbecued meat, stews, carafes of mulled cider, and cakes dripping with frosting and sugar syrup. You gather in the colony square for the usual speeches. Loom takes the stage to fanfare and applause. Hello, people of Virtumna! He exclaims over the din. Happy Virtunalia! He takes a big theatrical breath. Do you smell that? That's the smell of victory. We humans have secured our hold on this planet, and now it's time to celebrate. Loom gestures to the sagging feast tables. Eat, drink, and be merry. The crowd cheers again. After the council members each give their annual reports, everyone starts clearing the square to set up for the Virtunalia games. You feel the pulse of a new holo message in your palm and open it up to read. Happy Virtunalia, there's a present for you on the table. XOXO, your secret admirer. You rush over to the feast table and spot a wrapped present in among the roasted vegetables. What the fuck? Wow, you have a secret admirer? You unwrap your present. It's a data band. You snap it on your wrist and boot it up on your hollow palm. It's full of all your favorite songs, videos, shows, and games. A collection curated by someone who must really know you. Now you always have your media with you, even if the net goes down, including all your favorite episodes of the rise and fall of Sanctuary Moon. Nice! Personally, I think it's a little creepy. You search the hollow palm for any hint as to who could have made it, but you can't find anything. You'll have to ask around, but later. The games are about to begin. It's because I don't have any other good skills. No thanks. This is my decision. No thanks. I don't want to do anything fun. I just want to go fuck off. You head to the walls to get a break from the crowd. Dis is up here as well, sketching in a notebook. He shows you a few drawings he's made of various vertebrate animals, like the Unisaur they starved and dragged out for the Xeno wrangling competition this year. This sucks, he says, but doesn't say anything more after that. You're not sure if he means his drawing, or the competition, or the whole colony. It seems really cruel to starve an animal. Just to wrangle it? What the fuck? I think we just skipped over how weird that is. After the festivities, everyone descends on the feast. You heap your plate with more food than you could eat in 3 sittings. When all the food is gone and the sunset has broken the heat of day, people break out their instruments. Everyone dances well into the night. That's pretty cool. Not cool what they did to the animal, but we'll have to move on from that. Yeah, it's not Cal. He's not the one who gave us the data band. I'm going to say that it has to be someone who's known us for a while. I'm gonna guess that it's Dis, even though that seems really uncharacteristic of him. Like, I'll be surprised if it actually is him. New stave. Is it him? I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna guess. The XOXO does not sound like him at all. Okay, let's ask. Are you my secret admirer? This doesn't meet your eyes. So what if it was? I can't believe this is happening. It seems so uncharacteristic of him. Okay. At least I know now. Oh my gosh, I know, right? Like, I thought it was creepy, so. Why did he do it on their birthday, is the thing. He could have just done it on their birthday. Instead of doing it during the festival. I don't understand why. But I like you too. This stops and turns towards you slowly, like he can't believe your words. What? Why? Go in for a smooch! Oh, fuck. That didn't work. I'm not ashamed to do a redo. We're gonna get this shit right. He did not want the smooch. Okay. I just do. This looks at you in shock, then looks away, breathing out shakily. Okay, he mutters, his cheeks turning pink. Cool, I guess. Thank you. I like you too, thank you. I appreciate that, buddy. Thank you. You're my best friend. Now that we have that sorted, let's talk to everyone else. Okay? Coming in for another hug, dude. Yep. know me. I feel this so hard. Honestly, people telling you that you talk too much, I was felt that constantly when I was younger. Nah, I probably shouldn't take the device. I have to save those for discs. It's a special present. What should I do? Okay, I'll just go in and explore again. Oh wait, can I give him something yet, or is it too soon? Yep, too soon to give a gift. I need higher bravery. Which one gives me more bravery? That's so weird. I'll survey the ridge again. No. Decisions, you know? Let's go to the left. Up. I want the thing that's there. Is it over here? Yep! Right here. Oh, there's a crystal cluster over there. You come across a particularly flat area, a large field of obsidian. Well, obsidian is the only word you have for it, but you've never seen obsidian this bright. It's like a rainbow's trapped underneath its glossy black surface. Like the entire ground here is polished black opal. The field glints under the sun at certain angles, momentarily blinding you. It looks slippery and shiny. Will this give me more bravery? Get on through it. I need more bravery, dude. I need more bravery. I'm a sniveling coward. Okay. This one's better. Why don't my cards weak? Fuck. This sucks. Whoa. I can push through this with 95 stress. Okay, now it's 70 stress. Okay. That's a lot better. You take off your shoes and glide around in your sock feet. You take a tumble and get a little bruised. But have a blast! Woo! Do some science while you're here. You find a patch that is a little different and take some readings. Confirm the material is not natural. It must have been created by the convergent domain because it's the same stuff they made the thumpers out of. Silica mixed with some trace organic elements. But looking at striations in the cliffs nearby, you determine that this entire region used to be covered in a thick sheet of this dark glass rock. In most places, there is now a layer of soil over it, but if you dig down far enough, you'll probably find this layer everywhere, that the whole place has been glassed. No wonder there are so few plants here. The convergent domain must have paved this area to discourage plant life from growing, all except for the crystals, which seem to sprout happily from the obsidian pavement. Oh, it's Sim! This was a good decision. You're walking up a trail when you're caught by surprise. It's Sim! And he's running? You're knocked to the side as he pushes past you, running in the opposite direction with barely a glance. You shout and chase after him, but after a few seconds, it becomes clear you don't have a hope of finding Sim when he doesn't want to be found. You turn and continue along the path, and around the next bend you spot a familiar face. Utopia. She's collecting rock samples with pickaxe, like an old-timey prospector. Who the hell was that? He demands. Ooh, I didn't see anyone. I'm gaslighting you, by the way. Utopia squints at you. The man who just ran past, the tall guy dressed in black? How did you not see him? She hikes her pickaxe off her shoulder. Whatever, just watch where you're running, okay? The gravel's loose around here. Maybe check in with Doc Instant. Get your eyes looked at. You agree, happy to be out of this conversation without any trouble, and continue on along the path before Utopia asks any more questions. You walk for a couple minutes before you see Sim again. He seems to be in a good mood, despite the close call. Oh, he says, leaning against a tree. It is tiresome to be so secretive. He wipes his eyes, brimming with mirth. It is such a pleasure to be around you in this, and do not have to hide myself. He sobers quickly. I do appreciate your discretion, he says. It is not the right time for the gardeners to be formally introduced. To do so too early would cause a great degree of chaos. Yes, even the female surveyor, he continues. I do like her, but I have learned from my limited experience with your kind that adults of your species do not react well to surprises. It is good you're here, though, Sim continues, as I do need something from you. Data. What? Sim holds up his hands. Please do not be alarmed, he says placatingly. I do not mean sensitive information such as personnel or defenses. I mean only the contents of your digital cultural archive. Like holovids? Sim smiles. Yes, exactly. Your holographic recordings of movies, music, books, cultural artifacts, only I promise. Why? Well, Sim says, isn't it obvious? I wish to know more about your kind. I wish to learn how to... He struggles for the right phrasing. I wish to learn how to act in such a way that is not so discomforting to humans. Okay, I'll do it. Tim's gentle smile grows warmer. Truly? He asked, clasping his hands. Oh, I thought it would take a great deal more convincing. You are surprising. It is such a pleasure. You tell Sim that you can likely find a mem drive in engineering and fill it with the data he wants. But you have a few questions of your own. Not this! Pervert. That's fair, Sim says. It must be frustrating to feel as though the truth is being withheld from you. Ignorance is not a yoke your kind bears easily. Please trust me when I say that my inability to answer your questions is born of circumstances beyond my control, and not a lack of desire on my part, he continues. I have full faith that you will know everything soon enough. Y'all like my weird voice for him? It's because they said that he talks weird, so I decided I needed to talk weird too. A precarious natural land bridge drops down sharply on both sides here. You kick a rock over the side, but don't hear it hit the bottom. Do you cross? Is it bravery? Toughness, not bravery. You shuffle across it slowly, examining the cracks and sticking it to the solid places. You accidentally send a few more pebbles skittering over the edge and think, better than them than me. True. Oh no. I'm gonna get kicked out soon. Oh! Strange device. Last one. There is a strange heat haze shimmer across the path ahead. Your voice form is great. Thank you. It's best when I'm not trying to do an actual genuine foreign accent? Cause I suck at those. Oddly, it doesn't clear up as you get closer. The mirage effect is very strong. The refracted air makes it look like there's a pool of water on the ground and plants waving around it. But something is just off about the illusion. You can't put your finger on why. I can keep this between rounds? That's pretty cool. Honestly, yeah, this seems good. Oh, unfortunately the card becomes red on that one. Okay, this one's better. Oh, because it's all 5s now. Ooh. Okay, the card becomes red. Might be better to do this. Yeah, I did it! Oh, victorious! The faster you move, the faster the mirage disperses. You approach cautiously. As you do, you realize what is wrong about the mirage. It's impossible! The plants on the other side of the haze are different. Not just wibbly-wobbly from the layers of air, but smaller, younger. And it's morning there, not evening. This feels familiar. Then you see them. It's you! And they're running toward you. Then they suddenly disappear, blinking out of existence when they hit the mirage. This is nuts. This is bonkers. This is... what? The mirage breaks up and fades away before you can do anything but stare. That was really you from before. Weird! Timey-wimey. Time isn't linear. New perk! Extra card draw. Draw an extra card at the start of challenge. Effect stacks. Ooh! Your dad pulls a flower out of his pocket and gives it to you. A blossom for my blossom? He tucks it behind your ear. I'm 99.99% sure this isn't poisonous, but let me know if you get a weird rash or something. Thanks, Dad! I wish giving him a hug would actually lower stress. God, look at my perception. It's at 96 now. I'm the most perceptive beast on this planet. And I'm almost the most creative. They're watching anime. Anemone lifts the bottom edge of her shirt to wipe her face. I've been training in this heat for 6 years, she says, smiling mischievously. I've got the home advantage. I believe you. You spot Vase talking to a small group of other soldiers and walk over to see what's going on. Vase gives you a cool look as you approach. If you're looking for Rex, you're not going to find him here, he says, and the other soldiers snicker like they're sharing some sort of private joke. You should try out back, or maybe the personal quarters. God, I am so curious about this beef that they have. Leave. I didn't mean to do that. Have I already talked to her? I think I already got my hug from him. And now I need to go talk to this. And then I need to go hang out on the walls. The hell? Right here. Too soon to give a gift. Damn. Okay, time to go hang out on the walls. Right here. This gives you a short nod as you climb up onto the walls and take your place nearby. Oh wait, it's Max! We did it! We maxed it! He's good company, if you're looking for the kind of company that leaves you alone and doesn't bother you very much. He's looking for the same. You're a good match for each other that way. Nah, I think the unchangeable one's okay. Oh, there, I can finally give it to him. Wait, is there even any point anymore? We're maxed out. Wait, is he... Oh, it's right there. Relationship question mark. I like how they give the pronouns at the end. He, him. Just like IRL. How's it going, my zany zygomorph? I love my dad! He's just a nice dude. Ah, yeah! More hugs! Yeah, I'm gonna go explore again. I really want this boss event. I have no clue how to encounter it. Okay, so I went all the way on the left. So maybe I should double down on the right instead. I'll go up here. You're walking along a ridge line when your foot knocks some rocks down the slope. Oh, this thing again. Onward! Maybe I should just do gem cards. Kind of okay. Okay, next round. 8. Now this last... Oh wow, interesting how that's the exact same. Stress. Let's go down here maybe? Am I back where I started? I think so. Right? No? You're treated to a spectacular sight. An enormously long caterpillar dragon of kind of creature way off in the distance. It's thousands of legs and kilometers of shimmering body snaking in and out of the haze at the bottom of this chasm. You just watch it. It's terrifying. It's like a train. Take some readings. It's so far away, but you record its movement coordinates and take a video for Utopia. Oh wow, that was nothing. The sun goes behind a cloud, and you feel a light splattering of rain. It sizzles into the dry, hot ground around you, providing a little relief from the heat of the day. And then you realize you don't see a single cloud in the sky ahead of you, and it almost never rains in the western resting ridges. The plants here rely on nighttime dew for moisture. Look up. A herd of flow cows are bobbing overhead like hot air balloons, drifting west in the prevailing winds. You've seen these creatures being milked in the colony's farms. During migration season, their helium sacs swell to make them lighter than air so they can safely travel great distances. You've also heard what they use for ballast. That wasn't right at all. It was flow cow piss. You try to dodge another shower, but it splatters down on you, soaking your head and shoulders. Ah, gross. At least the heat makes it evaporate quickly. That is pretty gross. That happens a lot anyway. I'm getting... Ooh. Hey! Did you bring what I asked? Sim is standing in the shadows, wrapped up in his clothes like he's trying to... I forgot to smuggle the data from engineering. My bad. He looks like a vid actor pretending to be shifty. Taking an even closer look at Sim. This time, you'll catch Sim doing something weird and alien. You send a survey drone to follow him, and watch through your holopalm as he heads into the forest. He comes to a still pond and crouches by it, staring intently into the water. Then with a flick of his wrist, he snatches an eel from the depths and bites its head clean off. Oh! He eats that shit raw, I guess. Then he looks up at the drone and gives you a jaunty wave, as if he knew it was there all along. Wait, does Sim usually eat raw living animals? Or was he just doing it because he knew you were trying to catch him doing something weird? Okay, well, I need to go back to this. You're scaling a huge rock plateau when you're suddenly overcome with an incredible feeling of peace. You never felt anything like this. You literally feel lighter, like all of your troubles have been lifted away. The feeling is stronger when you touch the rocky surface and you realize it's radiating from the rock. And this is here. This is sunning himself on top of the rock, stripped down to his shirt. He looks up as your shadow falls over him. Oh, he says slowly. You found it too, huh? He shades his eyes from the sun as he looks up at you. You feel it, right? Like, you just feel happy here? That's why I haven't told anyone about this place, he says. That's how they get you, you know, he says. Once they know you love something, they can use it to control you. Who's they? This gestures lazily. You know, people, the world, life, he says. I like this place because it feels like it's somewhere where I'm not just a cog in a machine, you know? You're going to keep it a secret though, right? Dis asks. I don't want this place dug up and studied. They'll ruin it. He scowls. People always ruin things, especially researchers. Some things you don't need to understand. Okay, it's our secret. You do take a few readings though, just because all data is important. You mark down the location, but fudge the coordinates so any of the one they send out afterwards will get lost. You wonder if the rock is natural. Animals seem to really like it. As you're taking readings, you watch a swarm of dwarf sloth basking on the rock as well, just like this. Then you lie down on the rock beside this, letting the strange magic fill you with an incredible sense of peace, love, and unity with the universe. I'm gonna continue until I get the stuff from engineering, because otherwise I will forget about it and it just won't happen. I've never been in this area before. Every so often you see absolutely massive creatures here, like giant snake dragons with thousands of legs and shimmering scales. They're so large that if one crosses your path, you're in for a wait. Which is exactly what you're doing. The gargantuan dragon has been slowly lumbering over this ridge for at least half an hour, its body disappearing into the heat haze of the chasms on both sides. Its feet slowly undulate across the cracked soil, making shushing noises and scattering boulders in its wake. Your voice sounds so cute. Thank you! I appreciate that. Climb up on its back! The creature is moving more than slowly enough for you to climb up, using its large, soft spikes as handholds. It's going to take hours to get anywhere interesting, but from up on its back, you can see further. Also, there are other creatures up here. You've climbed up right next to a cluster of dwarf sloths, heads tucked under their wings like they're sleeping. And in the other direction, there's even a bush bug. Or rather, it looks like a pile of rocks and some twigs. Wait and see where it's going. Centimeter by centimeter, the Goliath makes its way into the chasm. You feel the air grow thicker and less hospitable until the sheer density of the heat and the drought make you feel genuinely concerned for your safety. You climb up the creature's back segment by segment until you're back on top of the ridge, then drop down the other side. Woo! Scary. Ah! I got some yellow flowers! Expeditions has been collecting energy ratings from this area, tracing the invisible ley lines of power like the one from the thumper that brought you here in the first place. They've pointed you to this cave, a nexus of power, the convergence of many lines. You can feel the energy is different here, like a barely perceivable hum that prickles up the back of your neck, like something is watching you. It's likely this was some sort of important place for the conversion domain, Utopia says, leaning on her glider. I've sent teams through, but it gets mighty tight in there. I'm hoping you and Diz might have better luck wiggling in there, she continues. Might be the caves inside open up again, and if they do, take plenty of readings and report back to me. This is vibrating beside you on nearly the same frequency as the weird power fluctuations. This is the real deal, he whispers, mostly to himself. It's hard to shake the feeling of being watched. In fact, you're sure. Oh, yes. Of course, there he is. You can see Sim's mysterious form up there, watching you from a nearby ridge. He holds up his hand in greeting when he sees you looking. Utopia nods and leads you to it. What's the plan? Let's talk to Sim first. You ensure that Utopia is good and gone before you and Disk Pick up your gliders and go talk to Sim. He looks delighted when you land beside him. You're getting warm, he sing-songs. Hot, very hot. He rests his weight on his hands and kicks his feet over the ledge. I am not supposed to tell you anything, he confides, but it's just so interesting to watch you figure things out. Humans, so curious and so smart. This stammers and turns red. Looks like you're not getting anything out of Sim, though. You grumble and glide back to the cave entrance. Let's prep our caving equipment. This time you get headlamps and a little recording drone with a floodlight attachment. A tiny buzzing flying thing that circles around your heads and sometimes illuminates what you want to look at. It's intelligent, which just means it won't just do what you want. This bats at it in annoyance. Ah! It's a smart device. Utopia's also left you an anti-grav belt with a warning to practice extreme caution while spelunking down there. They make you lighter so you can climb more easily and won't hurt yourself as much if you fall. Enter the cave! The narrow entrance leads to a bigger room that animals have clearly used as a den. It's enormous, with glowing mushrooms on the walls and piles of bones in some crevices. In some places, the walls are made of iridescent conversions of matte obsidian, like this was once a great hall millennia ago. You can feel a cool breeze coming from somewhere, but it'll be tricky to find in the dark. Try to find a way in deeper. Ah, the goal is 109! This is not good. That's 2+ though. Gem? Okay, this is better. Not too much better, of course. Oh, it's about the same. That's not good. Uh-oh. Failing this one. Gonna have to give up on this. You fail to find a route deeper in. The tunnels run around all over the place near the surface, and following a random one of you get lost and pop up outside half a click away. But you just know there's something big down there. Yeah, I just fucked up. Let's try this again. Enter the cave. What's great is they let me try this over and over again. Just in case I fuck up. It's happening again. This is no good. The heck? Look, there is a chance that I'll get lucky. Amazing. I'm getting the same result. Oops. Okay. I do need the 2. Wow, this one was a lot closer. Give up again. Okay, I have like 2 tries left. Oh, damn, it's the same shit. Ooh. Ah, this is better. A lot better. Next round. That's amazing how that stays at 20. Oh, that's 24 this time. Okay, this one's better. Woo! Hmm. It does seem. Damn. That was 1, 2, 3. That's 1, 2, 3, 5, 5. Oh shoot. Okay, that's 33. Man. Okay. That's one more try. Oh, that's 28. Pretty good. I say as I'm about to lose again. Damn it. I just couldn't do it. Okay, let's get the... Oh, new perk. Avoid blocking events. Slip past all path blocking explore events. Oh, it's because I maxed out perception. Ironic, because I couldn't pass the perception check. Oh, he's reading a book! I didn't even catch that. Coming in for another hug! And this? Nomi? The view from on top of the towers is stunning. In almost every direction you see the untouched beauty of Vertumna spill out before you. Well, except for where they've cut down a bunch of mush trees, and where the expedition's vehicles have turned up the dirt, and where the drainage system has made a big muddy puddle, and... Okay, I need to go get something from engineering? Oh, I forgot to get a hug. It's my daily routine. Mars is wearing Nomi's VR headset and smiling. When you tap her on the shoulder, she jumps and rips it off, scowling. Oh, it's you, she says, fluffing her hair. I thought it was another adult coming to tell me to do something useful. She holds up the VR headset. Oh, this? Nomi realized they can load the old museum and guide tours onto this thing. So you can actually feel like you're walking around in the Louvre or the Guggenheim. So it's cool, right? Finally, some culture. She really gets along well with Nomi.
Yuda says awkwardly. So, here's a weird question. Someone told you about the birds and the bees, right?
At your blank look, he goes pink across the bridge of his nose.
You know,
He makes a complicated gesture with his fingers.
Pollination? How little tomato heads are made?
Appalled, you quickly nod. He lets out a sigh of relief.
Oh, good, he says. I wasn't looking forward to that one.
Poor dad. He was like, you know about sex, right? I don't gotta tell you about sex, right? Oh. Here you go. Oh, it's his birthday. No, I always forget it's your birthday. At that time of the month, sorry. Okay, I need to go to engineering. Where's engineering again? Must be here. Download data for Sim. Sim asks you for data on human culture. Television shows, music, books, things like that. You have unlimited access to Congruence's media archives through your holopalm, but for Sim it will be a little more complicated. You'll need to find a physical storage unit with enough memory to contain a chunk of the archives. The robot workshop would be a good place to look. You sneak in. Nobody around. Good. You rummage around until you find what looks like a portable holo unit in a drawer, then find a port in the wall to plug it into. An interface pops up with options to copy data onto the tiny drive. Perfect! You start by carefully copying your favorite vids and games, then realize there was a ship-ton more room on this tiny device. You sweep in several thousand more vids, as well as the entire contents of the school's Learningpedia. As you slip the unit into your pocket, the Congruence console above you suddenly flickers and lights up. Congruence seems amused. She just sounded an alarm, although you know you shouldn't be in here. But that's in a neutral voice. What are you doing in here, goober? I just came to see you. Congruence allows her expression to show doubt, though she seems flattered. You chat for a bit, then she tells you to get out before you get in trouble. She seems to be lonely. Can an artificial intelligence get lonely? It's something you never really thought about before. You guess she must miss Professor Howell quite a bit. And now it's time to go give it to Sim. Look at me. I'm doing one big task before I log off. Three events remaining. 3 collectibles remaining. Ooh. Where did I go last time? Up here. Over here. Damn, this is fantastic. Hey, Sim. For once, you see Sim before he sees you. He's crouched just off the path, staring at a flower, his face blank. He doesn't react as you approach, though you watch him for a while. He's so perfectly motionless. You think he was a plant too. His eyes are unfocused. Is he accessing some kind of mental interface? Eventually you clear your throat. Sim carefully stands up and turns to face you. For a moment you're not sure if he recognizes you. Then he tosses his head and a grin leaps to his face. Goober, you got me checking in with a boss. You have a boss? My boss? As I told you, they aren't fond of change, he replies. They're also very much like your boss, which she named Utopia. He tilts his head to the side. Her name would is fitting, isn't it? He lays one finger against his chin. I appreciate that she always reminds you not to get yourself killed. I wish you'd listen to her. She gave me a job to do. And I have my job, Tim replies, which is to protect this place. He laughs. Protecting you seems to be my hobby. If the boss finds out I'm talking to you, I'd be in trouble, so shh, he murmurs and puts his finger to his lips. Then why keep talking to me? Tim smiles warmly. Because you're the person of my dreams, literally, he replies. I can't seem to stay away from you. And because you humans are different, he continues. I'm so bored of everyone else on this planet. The other gardeners, my boss, they have everything on Fortuna just the way they like it. And don't want the tiniest thing to change. He sighs. It's boring. See this tree? Tim points to a large tree with many long limbs dripping from it and embedded in the ground. That tree was a small creature for part of his life cycle. You call it Ricky. Once it plants its roots, that's where it stays for the rest of its life. The gardeners spend time as trees too, sometimes hundreds of years. If you do that enough, you start to think like a tree. Sit in your ways. He spreads his hands, an earnest expression on his face. When I watch you, when I talk to you and learn about your species, I feel inspired. I feel young again. Hold on, you can shapeshift? Don't you think my looking human is a bit of coincidence? He replies and motions to his body with a sensual flick of his wrist. It is! A rather handsome body, don't you think? I happen to think I did quite well. I'll say! Oh! Awooga! Humna, humna, humna! You have so many more questions for this man, or gardener, or whatever he is. But as soon as you open your mouth to ask another, Sten cocks his head as if listening and holds up a hand. I'm sorry, he says, looking for all the world like he's listening to the dang flower. But I must do it. And with that, he's gone, off to protect the wild, or rescue damsels, or whatever. Or maybe he's just avoiding your questions. But I have the data! Did you bring what I asked? Yep, I've got the data you asked for. I knew it! Tim exclaims. I dreamed about it last night in my bed. Yes, but answer a question first. Tim sighs and crosses his arms, but from his smile, you can tell he's amused by your little game. Okay, I'll answer it exactly one question, he allows. What is it? What's with those thumping ruins? As your surveyors suspect, they were made by those you call the convergent domain, he tells you. They built cities and created the gods and nurse, then ruined everything and left. About 20,000 years ago, give or take. But what did the thumpers do? They help us serve our purpose, Tim answers shortly, and that's already one question too many. He makes reaching motions toward the data drive. Gimme, gimme, gimme! You hand over the data drive, and Sim takes it reverently, staring as if he could see what's inside. Marvelous, he says. Like a genetic payload, except with digital data instead of organic. What will I learn from this trove, I wonder? You're still puzzled over the implications of the phrase genetic payload as he continues. Yep. It's cum. This is cum. It's human cum. That's all human culture is. The other gardeners are so tedious and obsessed with their work, he complains. They're more concerned with maintaining equilibrium than experiencing new things. They don't understand that novelty is what makes things life interesting. He slips the data drive into his sleeve. Thank you, goober. I will treasure this. I must away! Oh, it's Utopia. Utopia has sent a team of geologists to get a closer look at this region's weird terrain. You come across them working, and Utopia beckons you over. Giva, she says, drawing everyone's attention to you. Giva, come here. Whoop, come here. Everyone. Oh my god, I can't seem to do her voice. Goober's been working in this area a while, and I'm sure they've got plenty of information on what's out here. The geologist politely turns towards you and listens. Here's what we've got so far, Utopia says, speaking directly to you. Judging from how the layers of sedimentation are broken up, this place used to be pretty flat before. There must have been a ton of... What? I'm having a hard time parsing this sentence. Judging from how the layers of sedimentation are broken up, this place used to be pretty flat, for there must have been a ton of earthquake activity ripping up the land and bringing up these huge ridges. We can date the quakes around the time a lot of these ruins were created, she adds, and we're looking, but we haven't seen anything built after them. Like that was if for the old convergent domain. These broken up layers are the same across the planet. Something sure happened about 20,000 years ago. Share your findings. You can see that below the sands there's a thick layer of the dark silica crystal obsidian stuff the convergent domain used. Utopia nods. Right, you can see it in the striations, yeah? It's one of the major landmarks in the geological timeline. Obsidian and earthquakes are both associated with volcanoes, but there are no volcanoes here. Not even a fault line, Utopia says, wiping her forehead. It's just not natural. How would it work? You set up a drone hive to measure the sediment layers along the cliffside and learn a few things about rocks. Let's get that. Oh, okay, I can't go there. I need to get to where I was before. This seems to be the correct area. Right? What's this? You investigate a weird squeaking noise, eventually following it to its source. An undulating swarm of sleek creatures are gathered on the cliff above you. You watch as they throw their tiny bodies off of the edge, plummeting past you and out of sight. They scream and screech in excitement. Okay. Weird. Get close to investigate. You pick your way down the slope, finding a second herd of miraculously unharmed weasels at the bottom. As you watch them, one lands on your head and, squeaking indignantly, goes to join the rest of his kin. Ouch! Raining bounce weasels. They're so cute. You hear the flapping of wings and look up. A whole colony of pink and orange dwarf's moth clings to the rock overhead, nearly camouflaged. As the squealing of the weasels above reaches a fever pitch, the dwarf's moth restlessly takes off from the cliff and flutter around. You watch as one of the little creatures pitches off the edge of the cliff and lands square on a dwarf's moth's back, sending them both plummeting to the bottom. As a large moth crashes fatally into the ground, the weasel curls its body and bounces harmlessly away, then scurries back to feed on its prey. Ooh, bounce weasels! You record the screeching on your hollow palm. What a noise! I slipped into an accent there. And the accent that I was trying to do earlier suddenly sprang out from my body. It was dormant. Oh yeah! We're back at the cliff. Let's go into the cave! Yeah, that's better. Next round. Or I used a flower. Flower power. That seems to be more useful. Maybe I should keep that. How many of these do I have left? It looks like I only have one. Damn, I got that fucking baby one again. Damn it. Oh man. Aww. Give up. I gotta come back. This is really important. Okay. 6, 5, 4. Okay, I'll try that. I mean, those are now yellows anyway, so. God damn it! It's so difficult. I'm gonna keep trying this until I finally succeed. It doesn't seem like I will though, but it happened once, so it could happen again. That's a lot better. But it's not. I'm gonna give up on this one again. Do I keep losing kudos? I feel like I am. First collectible is free. Okay. I feel like I keep getting the same cards over and over again. Right? Seems like it. That was not worth it. This one's worse. Oh. Now this 26. Oh my god. Am I gonna be able to succeed at any point? Oh, it's the same cards. Hmm. Damn it. If this doesn't work, then I'll just have to give up. Yeah, this one's not gonna work either. That's too advanced. I'm gonna need some, like, other experiences in order to get past that. What other events are remaining? I'm just wandering around. I feel like I've already... What is that? What's that image? I don't seem to see any other events. I might just have to go, just leave this area. Let's go home. I just gotta see. Oh. Oh well. Unfortunately, Twitch is on an ad break right now. Cal Stan. Oh! Okay. The cave needs exploring. That'll help me out. Okay. That's the end of the stream. Let's go ahead and Oh, no one on Twitch, huh? That's okay. Well, I'll say, goodbye on Twitch. Whoa, I got 89 views on YouTube? That's amazing. That never happens. Damn. Okay. Well, I gotta sign off, but tomorrow I will be playing, what will I be playing tomorrow? Tomorrow's Monday, so it'll be, Alan Wake and Pikmin 4 if I can get the Switch back for my spouse. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Sorry that Redeem broke. I'll try and fix those. Anyway. Goodbye, everyone. Oh, wait. I have 2 viewers now on Twitch. So let's do a raid. Let's raid out. Astral Aurum is playing Splatoon 3. Have fun with Splatoon 3. And goodbye, everyone, on TikTok and YouTube. See you tomorrow.